Alrighty, everybody. Are you excited for another exciting episode of Rotgoons? It's Rotgoons! Yay!
Yay!
We existed.
I'm ready.
That's
Wow,
it I have. Just. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah. I showed up for today.
Roll out of bed. Just
Wait, did you not hear the shotgun rack? Is my soundboard messed up again?
No.
Sad.
I can pretend that I heard a shotgun.
Okay.
You're also not a gunslinger, Cab. It would be very cool if you were, but you aren't.
Yeah.
I could have been the Black Powder Phantom. You're right. Oh, I messed up.
You ruined it. You ruined it. The bit is gone. But hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 2 of Rotgoons. As we get started, I want to introduce to you the amazing players who will be bringing you all the fun, laughs, and adventure. Starting off with Minerva.
hello, everyone. I'm Minerva. I play the Knoll Ranger Grey Crocus. You can find me over at Twitch and Twitter at PartyDemoness. Super excited to be here. Let's go.
The next one, the one who is already filled with so much gunpowder, it's turned him into a ghost. It is Kabhaal.
I died. No.
Oh.
Hello, my name is Kabhaal. I am your favorite frightening caffeinated cult leader here on the terrifying, petrifying platform of Twitch.tv. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Kabhaal and on Twitter at KabhaalVT.
And then, of course, we have our resident little guy, Froggyloch.
I'm just a little guy. Good time zone. I'm Froggyloch. I'm a professional artist and variety streamer. I'm playing the kobold investigator, Beetle, and you can find my social media platforms under the same username, Froggyloch.
And, of course, we have the one who is the various mountain of artist talent, SaltyJub.
That's me! And my name is SaltyJub, as already mentioned. You can find me at Twitch. Well, for as long as Twitch and Twitter will exist, I am SaltyJub on both of them. Topical.
Yes.
And I am playing Heart, the big ol' monk. And this session we might actually learn what archetype Heart is. Wow.
Ooh.
Whoa. Ooh.
I got couscous.
Good for you.
I still don't know what couscous is, Froggy. You never told
It's
me.
Define.
Couscous!
Define it.
It's a grain.
It's like, think of a spaghetti noodle. Now, you know those hard candy makers who roll out the hard candy and then they take a little axe and they go and they cut the hard candy up into little tiny pieces?
Froggy, just say it's pasta but rice sized.
It's like pasta but rice sized. It's
There you
like
go.
somebody
We did
took
it.
a noodle and they went so it's like a bunch of little pasta. It's wet dust. That's right. It's wet dust.
I like arachnid dude's explanation for it. It's wet dust. Okay.
It's wet
You can have all the
dust.
couscous.
But it's
It's great.
good.
It's good. It's great.
Mm.
After finding out some culinary treats to inform everybody on like how this works and stuff like that, first off, I'd like to kind of reiterate what we're doing, who we are, etc. This is pretty much Narrative Declarations, Rotgoons. We're a whole tabletop RPG group. You can always find us at narrativedeclaration.com. We're found our YouTube channel, Patreon, all that stuff, where you get some of the assets from this show, the other shows that we do, and all of that stuff on our Patreon, and sometimes for free. Like we released a cute little platypus familiar called Tugbert recently, which is free. So if you're like a wizard or something, you get yourself a cute little familiar to come around with you. But also, for those who are watching this live on how to make a lot of our interface work, you might see some bars underneath our names. These are hero point bars. We're playing Pathfinder Second Edition, the tabletop RPG system, and in that are hero points. And with hero points, they can re-roll their d20 results. Maybe if they're down, they can kind of come right back up to help themselves. Or they can spin it on what we do for the namesake of the show, a narrative declaration. They can basically go, hey, I want this cool roleplay thing to happen, or I want this like neat thing to occur. That's within reason or so. So they are able to basically activate their points to make awesome stuff happen. And you could help them if you donate bits, only bits in Twitch. There are no direct donations and stuff like that do not count, nor subs, but only direct bit donations. And you put hashtag the player's character's name. Like the character's name, like say for example for Tellem, do hashtag Tellem, and all those points would go to his character. But a percentage of that also goes to me, in which I have villain points, so I get to re-roll all the enemies' rolls if they fail or not. So I get to be delightfully evil, kind of balance out the difficulty a little bit with you trying to help out our poor adventurers. But with all of that, I am ZoranTheBear. I'm your game master for this evening, and I'm here to make all of them suffer. And are you guys ready for another adventure in the Ponds Palaster?
Yay, suffering!
Wait,
Somewhat.
we're suffering?
Help this.
I thought we were supposed to be adventuring.
So,
Yeah,
Zoran,
it's the same thing.
I would like to narratively
Yeah.
declare that you are super cool, and thank you for this.
Oh, no problem. Don't you? So sweet.
I'd like to narratively declare that I get some hero points. Come on.
Come on, chat. Come on.
Come on, chat! Did you
literally pay?
Come on, baby. Let's go, baby. Make that
For-
0-1.
Oh my God.
Make that 0-1. Let's go.
Oh my
I
god!
hero points.
For context for people only listening, Froggy decided to donate 500 bits through her own hero point. So in a weird way,
Pay to win. Let's go. I cracked the system.
The only way she could have been better if she did the full amount.
oh yeah, it's the full 25 amount.
It's literally the moment of, hey GM, can I have a hero point for doing that cool thing? No, I don't think that you will. And then just buying it and going,
Yeah,
what about
You
now?
have to
What about
slide.
now?
You have to slide me
some-
dollar bills.
Yeah.
Hero point.
$5 bill with like a crude scribbly face on it. Just-
I mean, like, this is why Beetle is the smartest party member after all.
It's true. We're all dead. We're all in big trouble.
Oh yeah, we
Speaking-
realized that really early.
Speaking of everyone being dead,
Hi.
does everyone remember what happened last time?
Oh,
I'll try to
Flies.
give a brief
Flowers.
summary. Unless let's leave if you wanted to.
Thank you, mister.
No, okay. So to remind everybody of what has happened last time, you all remember Mama, Elma, and Helma? From your past escapades, you helped them with a rat problem that turned into a dragon problem over at Elma's, which is the name of their eatery/tavern establishment in the Ponds Palaster.
That escalated quickly.
Yes. And so what you've decided to do, they sent you all a missive asking if you were interested in another job. And what happened last episode, you all met with the Elmas and they offered you a large sum of money if you would help them gather food stuff, like some special ingredients, some special yummies from either rare monsters or unique things somewhere in hunting grounds of the Ponds Palaster. After talking to Gipuk, the kobold hunter, you all were sent forth over to a sewer entrance that is near the giant sinkhole that's within the Ponds Palaster in the city of Outset. So as you entered inside, you encountered a friendly alchemist named Hollick. And after helping him slay some of these rotten flies that have infested his storehouse, you guys have rested up and are now currently sitting with Hollick over some substances that he has offered all of you. You see that Hollick has placed in front of you all some teacups. As he slides them over to you, he'll go, "Here, it's something for your trouble. Thank you so much for helping me." And you all remember that you helped Hollick by indeed slaying those flies and help preserving his giant flower that he's been keeping inside of his storehouse. And you all learned that that is where he gets most of his alchemical reagents from. Apparently has an interesting potency to it. But you all are still within Hollick's den here. You see that he is trying to offer you some refreshments. What do you all do?
Like to get a nice sniffle snort at that tea.
I'd
Trying to figure out
also
what kind
like
of tea it
to.
is.
I'd like to sniff Gray's tea.
Oh, specific to my tea.
Yeah. Beetle leans over and he's like, "Oh, is that poisoned?"
Just trying to like, just grab it and try and keep it out of like reach of Beetle so his snoot doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, it smells good, but I could taste test that for you. You two, and Beetle's gonna swing around and start at Heart's tea.
The
Thank you,
Beetle.
bro. You smell it.
We'll get to you in a moment. Minerva, go ahead and roll me a perception check for Gray as you smell this liquid.
Okie dokie. Roll.
That is
That's
a
a
natural
one.
one.
I can't believe I rolled a nat one on the first roll of the session.
And the fun thing we do here at Declaration is that if you roll a natural one, you complicate. And from the amazing individuals who support us on Patreon, submit various complications, which if you support us on patreon.com/narrative declaration, you too can submit some uh-ohs that happen.
Oh.
I can't believe you're getting a complication over smelling some tea.
No, this is great. Last session was the session of rolling fives. Now it's the session of rolling ones.
It was the session where I rolled a 1 and then I hit my head on things and then I became clumsy and now I guess it's just left over and now Grandma has a bad nose.
I've only got 3 words to describe this situation. The curse persists.
I hate this.
Now I have to look for a complication here to our super long list here. But as I'm finding your punishment, Beetle, could you please roll me a perception check?
Oh, yeah. That is an 18.
Excellent. So with your 18, does anybody else want to do a big sniff?
Cap, you evaporated!
Oh no!
You press something on your numpad. You gotta rebind it.
I really do have to rebind that. Yeah. Yeah. It's just one of those days.
Hart is gonna drink it, cause he is a polite boy.
Awesome. Let's see. Oh my god, I'm just going through all of our things, and unfortunately a lot of them are character specific. For most of the complications, we can't use it if it's only for one character.
The thing we're not supposed to do when we submit complications?
Yeah.
I think you're lactose intolerant. Some milk in the tea?
Oh no.
Grandma, no!
I'm just saying, lactose intolerance is a complication. That's one of the nature's first complications, you know?
I was just gonna say I get tea up my nose. Dang.
Is that coming from personal experience, Froggy?
Shut up, Cab.
Since all of the complications are very personal, we can make one hyper personal for Grey Crocus and go, your scent is now reduced to 5 feet.
Oh,
Everything smells like tea.
Okay, I found one. It was kind of used previously in the past, but I think it'll be a perfect one used here. We're gonna use one from Ringwraith 93, and it's called Breach the Veil for you, Minerva. For Gray, what it says here is that your perception check works a little too well, and you end up seeing things that you never intended to see. Gazing at the planes that are normally beyond your perception, and what you see is a most disturbing sight. You have to make a save. You have to make a will save, and you'll be stunned. 1d3 rounds. So roll me.
My God.
Roll me a will save, please.
Okay.
I like how Chad's just like, oh no, it's the LST.
You rolled a 6.
A 6? No!
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Alright, I need y'all
So
to carry
Gray.
today.
Today is
So
suffering.
Gray, you take a good whiff of this liquid, but apparently something about the maybe like an ingredient or chemical or something that was placed inside of it. It's just like a Doctor Who tunnel, just whoosh, and you just see colors and everything else, and it looks brilliant. It looks wonderful. Like everyone who's looking at you just like stuck in a gaze of just amazement. But then the horror starts. Your deepest fears begin to flash before you like the Willy Wonka tunnel. Just horrible imagery, things that you have feared in your past lives that have now come into fruition. All of your horrible memories rushing in, repressed thoughts just coming forward. And you are stunned for about a round. So you're going to be stunned for a good half minute.
I threw up.
Standing there, cup in hand, slowly shaking as I stare off into the distance, eyes going wall-eyed. Just,
Beetle slow. Tell me if I have to roll for this, but I would like Beetle to take her tea and drink it.
Yeah.
like he waves his hand in front of Min's face or Gray's face, and then he just slowly sits back down, reaches over, takes her tea, puts it back in her hand.
Minerva, do you allow this?
yes.
You do it just fine. Just big slurp. Result of your perception check, by the way, so you know if it's poisoned or not. It's not poison. It's still very
It's
delightful,
delicious.
actually.
It's delicious.
You'll see
It's Monster
Hollick
Energy
lean
drink.
over and go like, I see you really enjoy it that much. I can pour you some more.
I would love if you could top this off, and I'm gonna take Min's cup again. I'm gonna drain it completely and pass it off to Hollick so that I can start on my own cup while he's real filling that cup, and I'll be
Yeah.
and I'll look down to Hart and Tellem. I'll be like, "Hey, you guys need any refills?"
Gremlin and glutton. You gotta love Beetle.
You need refills? You need a refill? You need a refill?
Tellem will actually be sitting there. He'll be sitting while he like floats in the air, and he has what looks to be a ghostly book out in front of him that's cracked open. He seems to be like scribbling notes in it, and muttering to himself. And he looks at the tea, and he'll look over at Beetle's like, no, you're more than welcome to that, my friend.
I'm going to get the tea.
Now you have 3 cups.
I've got 3.
Beetle's
I've got a
drinking
cup
well
of-
tonight.
I've got 3 cups.
Hart puts his emptied out tea cup on top of Beetle's head, like in between his eyes.
Nice. So, is this the only payment that we're getting?
Yes.
Beetle looks into his 3 cups, just stares. His reflection looks back at him. He looks up at Tellem.
On top of a discount.
Tellem will like look up from his book and look at it. It's like my fellow friend in alchemical pursuits. I believe we had also
Yes.
discussed maybe speaking about various substances that you use, perhaps even formulae.
And
Oh,
spices.
yes.
Spices for the thing we're doing.
Maybe
Oh,
even more of this
yes.
tea we could take it with us.
Gray is still zoned
What?
out. She has nothing to add.
Hart picks up Gray and like holds her, not like in his arms, but like tries to hold her up with one arm under hers.
She just lets this happen. She's just like, what? Drooling a little bit.
Spice!
The spice, it was too
Like-
strong.
Hollick will kind of steeple his fingers a little bit and be like, oh yes, we can go over those details. I can definitely provide you with all the spices. Sorry, my memory's been whoppy as of late. Yeah. And you'll see Hollick will reach under this makeshift table that he has, kind of being propped up by barrels. And he'll place a couple, he'll place several bottles on top of it. And he'll also go like, and he'll look to you, Tellem, and go, oh, well, for formulae, I can maybe teach you a couple things once you get acclimated, but probably not now. I have to get back to work. You see, because of the fly situation, I haven't been able to restock, and after you've used some of my things to help with the situation, I'm a bit low on stock.
Side eye down at Beetle.
Beetle kind of like sits really small, half under the makeshift table at this point. He's like, eyes darting left and right.
Completely understandable, my friend. Perhaps we could even make a mutual exchange of formula when the time comes.
Yes, you can definitely come back at a later time, and I'll help you. And you see Hollick will kind of, delightfully tap his fingers together as if he's clapping. But he will push some spices your guys' way, and will also take the little kettle that he has and kind of places it in front and go, have at it, little dog.
Beetle grabs up all the bottles of spices, shoves them into his fanny pack, and grabs the kettle and drinks it down and puts the kettle back up with like a Coke commercial, like when they drink it in slow motion and the drops roll down. Yeah. And then he turns around and he goes, okay, so that's the flavor down. Now we need things to put the spices on to cook. We gotta find something exotic down here.
Oh yeah, a meat, a protein.
Yeah, protein.
Very
Exotic,
true.
you say?
Perhaps we could ask our host.
Oh yeah,
I
we're
can help
actually
answer anything you like.
we're culinary enthusiasts. We're here to look for the greatest flavor in the sewer.
Like you're asking a man with no nose. He ain't tasting shit.
Well, I hope not, given where he lives.
Grace simply blinks out of sync.
There's one
Just eat shy at the same time. You've been hanging around Beetle too much.
She's just gone. She's gone.
So what do you eat down here? That might be a good place to start. What do you eat?
Yeah, and they do say that alchemy was born in the kitchen. So you have something, right?
I like to usually hunt the little hooked fowlers that like to hide themselves in the ceiling.
You hunt, dude?
Yes, these little things like to capture various little things, and they like to feast on them, crunching their little bones, and sometimes I'll just snatch whatever they captured. Sometimes it's rats, sometimes they could even fish in the water, but I just collect what I need. Sometimes I've gotten very good at avoiding them.
Wait, you're saying that there are selective eating creatures within these sewers?
Sort of, yes.
Yo, we got it. We got the protein. There's creatures in here that eat one thing. If we know anything about anything, it's that a thing that eats one thing, that's the tastiest, guys.
Can we? I'm bigger than a rat, right? Like if we go out, I'm bigger than a rat, right?
I don't know. We are in the deep sewers. There's probably some big rats down here.
Okay, so I'm gonna walk beneath you, Heart, like between your feet. If they're in the ceiling.
This is about to be either the arc where Beetle gets eaten or becomes a cavalier.
I'm into it. It's super cool to me. It also has an elongated face, and Beetle feels a slight companionship with it.
Using a rat
Alright.
companion for a mirror image technique. They can't tell the difference. Put a little bow tie on.
No!
Shaved it, painted green.
That's it. That's a great place to start. Okay, so you wanna go outside, and I'll stay under you, big people, and we can, you can look at the ceiling.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm tall enough. I can probably grab him, right? And looks
Yeah.
over at Hollick for some affirmation. Right?
The ceiling
you
is
can-
up.
Yes, it's up there. Sometimes you'll find holes where they'll try to drag you into. Especially little ones like Beetle there, 'cause it's especially tasty.
Somebody get the banjos. We about to go sewer noodling.
Beetle looks at Hollick a little offended, like he's got his fingers splayed on his collar, and he just kind of backs up and climbs up Hart to holster himself at Hart's waist.
Hey, you wanna rope up, and Hart pulls out his 30-foot chain. You wanna hook yourself up?
Yeah, Beetle takes the chain and he ties himself to Hart.
Now, you said holster yourself at Hart's waist.
Yeah,
And
like
now
a big
this-
iron.
Yeah, I know. I just got an image of like Hart in a poncho with the like 10-gallon hat. Throws the poncho aside, whips out a cold bold who's holding a crossbow that fires. Ah!
Improvised weapon.
Exactly.
So Hart currently has Gray under
Yes.
his arm, and now he has Beetle basically baby leashed him.
Yeah,
Yes.
What a time to be alive.
yeah.
Oh yes. Tellem can now hover above him, and it's all the the quadrant is
we're like a Gundam.
Mecha
Yeah, we're like a big mecha.
Shiva.
All right.
Well, I see that you there's a couple things I just want to warn you about, just in case.
Oh yeah,
These
Hollick.
sewers. Yes.
I have one last question. Are you a merchant, or would you say that you are the guy that actually makes these things, these alchemical creations?
I think I'm a little bit of both. If you'd like to peruse whatever tiny stock I have left, I'm more obliged to sell. Things have been rough.
Hart steps over towards Tellem, with the rest of the entire party with him, just dragging them over here as he leans over to Tellem and fishes out a little thing in his massive hand, and he opens it, curled open only to Tellem, looking over at Hollick, and whispers over to the spectral entity, "Do you think that he might enjoy this?" Hart is currently showing to Tellem, the well-known alchemist and magic user within the group, an emerald that they own that is worth 20 gold pieces.
Can I use a crafting check to know if emerald would be useful in an alchemical as an alchemical component and thus valuable to Hollick?
Sure.
All right, let me go over here. Let me pull up my crafting. I have a +7 to it, and I'll roll that for a total of. Wait, I
Damn.
can't. There it is. For a total of 21 on my my crafting check.
Awesome. You could definitely tell that maybe in some high end, maybe some weird alchemical recipe, emerald would be useful. But nothing like common at this level would kind of work out. Basically, no, you don't think it'll work alchemical wise for him, but you do know that these are valuable, and you can basically kind of use them instead of using gold. You can just trade it off. It's just like here's something valuable. I'm going to use this for trade.
Perhaps
you
more
know
valuable
that
than-
he would accept it as payment for something.
Yeah. So Tellem will look at the emerald and be like, I only know of more esoteric formulas that would use emerald as their components.
Like
But you
magic.
can always use it as currency.
Oh yeah. Hey,
I'm gonna
Hollick,
point
you're.
out- Sorry, I
Hollick,
want
you're
to point
so-
out something. It's real funny
Yeah.
because we all have the animated VTuber avatars or so I can always notice when Froggy's eating.
You're just
Get that
going.
couscous.
Nom, 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 nom.
Stop!
No, you have the most expressive mouth. It's natural to happen.
Yeah, you got like
Yeah.
flappers for mouths, so it's just.
I finished it! I finished it! Don't bully me! I'm finishing my goose.
No, know what your kobold like design reminds me of? You know, like in elementary when they do like the greater and lesser and symbols. You know, like the
Oh
gator
my
eats this side.
God. The
That's
gator
exactly.
eats this side.
Amazing. Beetle, what are you
God dang
eating?
it.
Beetle eats faster. What do you have in your mouth?
What do you have in your mouth? What do you have in your mouth?
Beetle books it.
Legs
I'm
just start
sorry, I'm
spinning
sorry,
in
Hart.
circles.
I'm sorry. I'm
Don't
done
worry.
eating. I'm done eating.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Hart. You're
Don't worry
asking
about
a question. My bad.
So, Hollick, how would you like to have your hands on? And he opens up his hand, almost like a magic trick, and tries to present it as like, wow, like as much of a big deal as possible. This gemstone.
Yeah.
This is the
Beetle
moment
looks-
you can see Hart's eyes through his hair where they get big wide and he like wiggles his fingers over the gem to enhance
Yeah.
its value.
Yeah. Straight up, like his hands start glowing a little bit through his flaming heritage, and
Yeah.
it glows up like around the gem just a little bit. It's not like enough to do anything, except that it might look a bit more fancy. And he holds it forwards, like, would you perhaps be interested in this treasury that we have in exchange for maybe something useful?
What are you talking about? Beetle looks terrified.
Because of how you're presenting it, feel free to roll me a diplomacy or a performance check.
I would much prefer a performance. Hart sucks at diplomacy.
What? No.
I like chats because it's an emerald. So I was like, Hollick looks at the emerald.
The
What would
emerald.
he stick?
I wish to re-roll that one.
Oh,
I wish to use my
hero
one-
point, huh?
Yeah, I wish to use my hero point the chat gave me to re-roll it. Thank you so much,
Okay.
chat. That's the same number.
He's rolled the same thing.
Gosh.
That's the same number, huh? Cool.
I need to make sure that my module actually has the dice rolling here. Okay,
I hope it does.
I can't
Making
hope
sure chat
Hollick
can see
is
the
a
rolls.
Minecraft
Alright.
villager the entire time.
yeah. Hollick will look to you hard and go like, oh, well, it's a little hard to, try to get the gold's worth out of jewelry these days. I have to, try to get appraisal and then call in an expert sometimes to make sure I get the value. But sure, I can take it as payment still if you want to buy things. Unfortunately, due to my stocks being very low, I only have a couple of healing potions left.
Well, a wise man winks
No.
over at Tellem.
No.
Once told me to invest in local businesses.
No. No. That's Beetle saying this in character to you, kind of like grabbing at your big, stupid, meaty bicep that's holding the emerald out.
Hart is just untouched by this. He just
Yeah.
stands there as be like,
Yeah.
But, what is it? Tellem will kind of like float down, look at Beetle. It's like, now, dear Beetle, we must realize that we will need some supplies, especially with certain individuals that tend to drive ahead.
Beetle looks like
And he
he's
like
gonna
tilts his
cry.
head at an unnatural angle.
Beetle looks like he's gonna cry. Why aren't we just spending our silver and copper on health potions? Why are you trading an emerald?
don't worry, Beetle.
Why
This is not that.
happening?
This is an emerald.
No!
Heart go.
Fucking Knuckles over here.
That's
Oh, no.
me. That's me. Knuckles. Oh no.
Knuckle is the enchilada.
It's heart and featuring heart from
Tellem,
Rotgrind.
see reason. What is this happening?
Heart steps forward and puts the emerald on the desk, and he acts like when Beetle is just clunching over him, he's going, and it's not like he would lie, Beetle. And then he puts it down on the desk. He stated that it's hard these days to push around jewelry. It's fine.
Wouldn't it make more sense to give him our coin?
Nah. This is a business deal. This is a business deal.
Oh, treasure.
You know,
Can we
people.
feel, as
like-
you go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do I know the value of an emerald? Can I?
You
You
can take
valued
it
it.
and make an appraisal. Yeah, I think you
Yeah.
did look it up actually. You
Yeah.
appraised the emerald. It would have the price on it. Who's
I
holding?
can't remember
it?
how many
gold
pieces of
pieces.
treasure
It's
I've
worth
appraised.
20 gold.
Yeah. Okay. If I know that, Beetle's gonna. That's worth 20 gold. Hard, pick it up. Pick it back up. Take it off the table.
But Beetle, it's an investment.
It's not easy.
While they're arguing,
Yeah.
Gray, in all of her stupor, kind of just reaches over and takes the emerald and just kind of goes, "Ooh, shiny."
You feel free to be no longer stunned and such.
Okay,
At this
yep,
point,
yep.
you should be good.
Okay,
I will
this will
remove
be
the emerald
on the way.
from my inventory.
Beetle starts untying himself. Hollick, how much are the health potions?
Oh, well, I only have 5 healing potions left. And about all 5 of them will be about 20 gold.
No. I'd like to untie myself from Heart to climb up on the table and rush Hollick.
With the math, it's 4 gold for each potion, and he'll set them out, and you'll see they're all nicely labeled with very pretty cursive handwriting, and you'll see that each of them are minor healing potions.
Is it a 4 gold stamp on them, and one of them is peeling back slightly, and you see that it's 3 gold underneath it?
That sounds like a narrative declaration if anyone was going to ever make one, but you don't have a hero point, so it's 4.
I sure as heck don't.
I'd like to ask if I could do maybe a is it society? Maybe a society check from living here. Like, and I'm assuming health potions are readily circulated items given.
Is you could confer with one of your party members who might have mercantile lore or something else to help you in a business transaction.
My merchant isn't helping me. My merchant betrayed me.
Your merchant wants the little dog person to not perish due to their own devices.
Yeah, but if you want to ask, you can either do a crafting to kind of determine the value of an item, or you can do society if you want to also be like, oh, what have I heard around, living in this place, or what other shopkeepers that I might know. I'll allow that roll.
Okay, I'll do a society. See what my little man knows. 19.
You do know that it is priced very fairly.
Oh, okay. Okay. You know what? I just remembered something only just now. Here you go. Take the emerald. There you go. That's nice. That's nice. I'm patting the emerald. Put the emerald in his hands. Pat his hands.
Gray looks a little sad as the emerald is taken away from her.
It's my emerald.
Oh man!
You
It's
see that
okay.
Hollick
It's okay,
will
Ray.
slide the vials to you all and go, here you are. And I have added all of the minor healing potions to the party loot thing. You should also have access to that, so feel free to steal one for yourself. Feel free to discuss that amongst yourselves. But as you
Healing
all,
Ew.
yeah, as you all may have be deciding that internally, Hollick will tap his fingers together and go like, sorry, I don't have much more for you, but hopefully the spices and such will be very helpful in your endeavors as payment. But I do want to make sure you are aware of something. I assume you're going further in the sewers.
Oh yeah,
That
dude.
is
Looking for
the
that
plan.
protein.
Ah, yes. I have to let you know that where I got my ingredients and food for the flower, I unfortunately it seems things have got a little bit rotten. So what I would like to warn you about is that further down I have barred the way a little bit and closed the gates. But and it seems another group tried to go by and do something over there. I've not heard them come back out.
Oh boy.
Thanks, Hollick.
And
Thumbs up.
do be careful of where you step. The sewers are quite unstable after the last fail and created the sinkhole. The sewers have been very unstable. It gets further more established further in you go, but there's some places you have to be very careful of.
Duly noted.
Hart gives Hollick a finger gun, like he points a finger gun at him and goes, I would hire you. That's the term, right? He points over at Tellem, like just for assurance, points back to Hollick. But we're already splitting this 4 ways, and I'm already repaying the rest of the team, so I'm already kinda in debt. Because a guide in the sewers would be a really smart thing to do, but bro, I ain't got the cash to do it. I'm sorry.
We don't need a guide. Let's just go. let's go.
Come on. Let's go.
Hart
put me
grabs
down.
Beetle and puts him in the holster again.
Yeah. Holster Beetle.
Put me down, please.
Puts down Gray, but spins Beetle on his finger and then puts it back in the holster.
The big
Okay.
Beetle alone is hip.
Kobold on his head.
Someone take the lead, please. I'm still just a little disoriented.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
I was
okay.
supposed to go first. I am the one to be grabbed by the things. Bye, Hollick.
Yeah.
And then he starts walking.
Bye. Oh, if you ever need to take a break, you could always spend the night.
Weird
Tellem
champ.
will look back and he's
Weird
like,
champ.
I look forward to our future business ventures.
Of course. Goodbye. Oh, and you'll see that Hollick will hop over and like lead you guys out. You know, try to be a good host. And as he leads you all out the door, he will say, "Oh, and I need to go take care of several things, but do look out for Charles." And he closes the door and locks it.
Charles.
What? You know, sometimes I think that guy wants us to die, so he can feed us to his
Huh?
plant.
That guy? Nah.
I don't really. That guy's a little sus.
Nah, I don't think so.
He
I'm
lives
sure
in
it's
what's
just
practically a
the
vent.
alchemical fumes.
As you guys exit out of Hollick's stay, there are several places you can go. Up to the north of you is where the sewers do continue, but you see that there are makeshift wooden bridges that will cross the two side walkways that are going to help you cross over the rushing water. Now, as you look at the sewage water, it is going fairly quickly. You do know if you do fall into it, that it will be a bit of a struggle to get out of, so you do need to be careful. But further on, you hear the dripping waters and bits and bobs of the sewer. Where would you guys like to go?
Who is on map duty?
Define map duty.
Looks at Beetle.
What? Why are you looking at me?
You're the smart one, bro.
What does map duty mean?
You take piece of paper and you scribble down the roads on it.
What?
Look at
Yeah.
map. See what way goes best.
Yeah, you don't get lost, dude. And he taps his temple like, yeah, smart.
So Beetle pats himself down. He doesn't have a map on him.
No, we have the map that was given to us by the Kobold Hunter. Remember?
Yeah.
Yes.
For
Grabby
context,
Higgs.
for
Grabby
context,
Higgs,
the
who has
Kobold Hunter gave you directions to get here. He didn't give you a full layout of this place.
Oh, I
But
thought
there's
I
a
thought he gave
backside
us like a little map.
Yeah,
that
he
scribbled.
he led you here. You know, he didn't tell you what anything was inside.
But there's a
Gotcha, gotcha.
backside to the paper, which means that Beetle can draw on it.
Those little grippers.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I've got some chalk, so I'll draw in white chalk on the white paper, and I'll give Hart a thumbs up after I make a
White
little X
paper.
to
Where you
mark
getting
where we
fancy
are.
paper from?
The gross yellow white paper, whatever. Okay.
Rolls up the map, rolls it out again. It's all just white smears.
Yeah, exactly. And Beetle looks at it, nods. He's satisfied. He rolls it back up. Okay, so if we fall in there, that's gonna be a bad time. Why don't we go across down to that corridor? I don't think anything that's hanging out on the ceiling is gonna be hanging out above that, unless it has no nose.
Alright,
saying?
I'm gonna look forward. You guys can look upward in case there's like a grabby thing that he talked about earlier, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
I have one question, Zoran. For the
Yes.
purpose of my ghost flight, does the surface of the water count as a surface?
For what context are you asking for?
Do I just hover above the water, or do I fall in?
So
No.
because you're a ghost and how things are weird with it, what I'm basically going to kind of label on how you like go across. If it is a surface, as in like hard surface or so, like if you go to water, I'm gonna make you sink.
Okay.
For context of that. So like I'll allow you like to kind of like glide into it a little bit so you get a little bit of distance. I'll grant that, but you're gonna go like for context, or else you break the game. You know. So that's
Look,
what it comes to.
Look,
So
look, I did set off the pressure plate. I did set off the pressure plates
Yeah,
in that
like,
one dungeon. I
pressure
was like, you know what? I'll try my luck.
yeah, for context, I like if previously we did that, I'll say like if there is like a pressure plate on the ground or so, or you see like a tripwire, you go over it just fine. But that's where
All right.
that's because you float, basically you kind of like constantly flying.
Is
So,
it the moment
'cause
where
you're a ghost.
instead of Hart or Beetle or anyone going into the water, you just right into it?
Yeah, just-
Tellem like slowly.
I just no clip into the water.
Yeah,
Yeah, think
instead
of
of
that.
just falling.
Wake up
Gmod
in the back
collision
rooms.
sounds.
Yeah. So you say go across?
That's what Beetle said, yes.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Aye. Let's go. Anyone knows any good exploration songs?
I know the game.
As you guys are going across, what I like to ask all of you, I'll start from
Cool.
left to right, what you were doing as you go across this dungeon. And I kind of asked this last time we first started the dungeon. I'm going to ask you to use your initiative thing on your character sheet to help me, because I like to track it, and it's an easy way to track it. So, Gray, as you're going across the sewers and stuff, and Beetle, I'm going to move you so you're not stacking a token there. As you're going across, are you just looking around for things? Are you like sniffing
Yes.
around a whole bunch?
Yep.
Okay. So
Sniffing and looking around, trying to hear anything outside of the rushing water below. See if anything is sticking out.
awesome. Go ahead and on your initiative tracker, roll me a perception. You'll see the perception thing
Rolling.
there. There you
Yeah.
go.
I rolled
Oh damn.
a whole 23.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Tellem, what are you doing as you're going through? Are you constantly getting ready to cast a spell? Are you casting a cantrip over and over? Like you're detecting magic a bunch? Are you just keeping an eye out? Like what do you think
Yeah.
you're doing as you're going through?
As you know, considering that we are in a dangerous and like probably considering previous encounters, inevitable combat scenario, Tellem will have his sword out, and will be kind of like just slowly cycling like magic or like ghostly energy through it.
Mhm.
And so in an effort to be ready to lash out with a spell strike or a spell, depending on the situation.
Okay, so go ahead and under your initiative thing, do our Arcana for me, and then roll that.
Okay, there we go. So I got a +7 to that, and I rolled a total of 9. I rolled a 2. Perfect.
Nice.
Nice. Terrible. Heart. What are you doing as you're exploring the sewers?
Hart is the Waymaker, not the Pathfinder. Haha, get it. If there's any like fallen over debris, he's the one that shoves it aside. If there's anything like broken planks or anything, he's the one that helps people get over by like lifting them over and stuff like that. He's the individual that looks forward instead of upward or around him. He's the one that keeps a happy mood and tries to look as big as possible so that everyone else gets to hide if something appears.
So what role are you trying to aim for?
It's up to you, but I'll take whatever you'll give me. Perception is maybe the basic.
Perception it is then.
I could say athletics, but that's a bit far-fetched.
No, so you just flex when you walk.
Oh yeah, flex super hard. That's how I roll my initiative. Yeah. Here we go. Wow! I rolled a nat 20 for a total of 25.
What's your initiative? Casual 25.
Casual.
Yeah. Nothing big. Big.
Hart's eyes sticking out through his hair.
Giant spider pops out. I'll just suplex it. Yeah.
I'll just destroy it.
Like a wall worm appears and he like squishes it and goes, ooh, snack.
Beetle.
Oh my god.
Beetle, what are you doing as you explore the sewers?
So Beetle has been told to make a map. I would like to roll, I guess, either crafting or performance for the effectiveness of my map making.
Yeah.
But
Well,
unfortunately, since
yeah.
Beetle has been told to make a map, he is not really looking out for anything. He's kind of just tracking the path they're traveling and then mimicking the lines with the chalk.
Awesome. So go ahead and I think crafting would be the most appropriate. So go ahead and roll me that.
Okay. That's an 11.
Awesome. I will update you thing on my thing here. Okay, so with that, go ahead and continue on forward. For context, I think our stream had a little bit of a issue. Like nothing canceled on my end, weird enough. It's like Twitch is having a problem. But for recons, for people rejoining us, if people still hear us on chat, please just tell people just refresh the stream because we don't know what's going on. But
It was a little bit
so basically,
but that was it.
Yeah, Heart's keep an eye out, getting ready for things with the 25. Gray is also keep an eye out, sniffing a bunch with the 23. Beetle is scribbling down a little map with an 11, and Tellem is getting ready with his magic with a 9. For just context of the other exploration stuff. Feel free to continue on.
Okay. Hart hums a little adventure tune.
The adventure line from Stanley Parable.
What you see before you inside of this corridor is where, as you heard the Hollick said, things have been crumbling. As you guys have kind of seen in the sinkhole ahead of you, for those who may know a little bit of the history of the Pond Splash, you do know that something massive that would fall through would destabilize the earth. So any infrastructure and such would have shifted and caused cave-ins and things like that. And there seems to be an example here that several large rocks and boulders and even bits of statue, you even notice, have fallen through the top and have now filled in, creating a bit of a cave-in. But all of you do notice that there's just a little bit of a way you can get past these rocks.
Ayo, my big bod might not make it through there, but pulls out with like a swirl. He pulls out Beetle from his hip holster.
Oh,
Buddy, it's your time to shine.
wait, what? Wait, whoa, don't show me in there. Don't show me in there. No. What if there's one of those
buddy,
things?
Bro, it's what you're good at. You're great at this.
No, just take this. Just clear it. Just clear it so you can fit through. And Beetle starts scrambling for his crowbar. He drops the map. He drops the chalk. He's a mess. He's freaking out. Don't put me in the hole. Don't put me in the hole. What if there's one of those bug things?
Dude, I won't do it if you don't wanna.
What if there's one of those bug things? If you
Dude,
put
there
me in
won't be.
there.
There won't be any bug things.
If you
Come
put
on, dude.
you put me in there, you have to promise me you're gonna hold on to the chain.
Buddy, I will never let you go.
Don't
You're
let me
my
don't let me
bro.
go.
You're my bro.
Clasps Heart's hand, looks up at him,
I
both
clasp
eyes looking past
his
his head.
Bro,
Don't let me go.
we're
Beetle,
brothers, bro.
Beetle.
Oh, okay.
If it would help, another person who might be able to get in behind you is Tellem. Look at how thin he is.
He is really
Really
skinny.
ass.
He's a skinny ghost man.
I saw.
He will turn around from looking behind the group and watching their back. He's like,
No, you
I'm not
are
sure how to
built
feel
though.
about that.
You are built though, like shredded. I've seen it.
Yeah,
For
real
a
straight.
ghost.
You're like skinny thick. Like you went to sit down once, and I could see how square your butt was.
Yeah, good. But gotta be honest here. Like he holds up his hands, but Beetle isn't one of them. I'm gonna be honest here. You're still a ghost, dude. Like you have problems picking up like a rock.
Okay. All right.
If
So-
it will ease Beetle's anxieties, I will go with him.
Yeah. In fact, do you want to go in first?
He will, and he will start. He tightens down the ghostly straps of his shield. He's like, fine. I suppose I am equipped for such a task.
You are, dude. I believe in you. And he gives a thumbs up.
I'm just saying, I'm shaped like their favorite thing to eat, so.
All right, so I guess I'm going to be going first, Zoran.
Absolutely.
I'll be using my acrobatics to try and shift through the rocks and the rubble and proceed down this little corridor.
Absolutely. You notice as you go over the rocks just fine. The rocks and the rubble and stuff on the ground would act as difficult terrain, but you're able to float through just fine because of your ghostly visage. And as you get closer here, you see that it would require everybody else here. Do you see the gap here to just get past this? That they would have to squeeze by. It'll be a lot easier for you due to your ghostly nature. So if you like to squeeze through, it'll take you a little bit before you can roll me an acrobatics check to squeeze, which is an action, by the way. If you want to look it up for Pathfinder 2e, it is an action.
Okay, so I will roll my acrobatics. I have a +6 to it, and I rolled an 11 for a total of 17 on my acrobatics check.
Awesome. You're able to start beginning to squeeze through just fine, which I will move you here.
And Beetle will follow in behind him using his ancestral feat Slither, which makes him an expert at moving through extremely tight spaces, ladies, and his chain will
And he's precise. He's an investigator. He's precise.
Slithering,
Yeah?
discombobulate.
Slither and discombobulate.
I will hit the weak spot.
He's still got his chain around him, so the chain's like rattling and clattering as he's going through, worming through the crack.
And I would like to try and squeeze between the rocks behind Beetle.
Absolutely.
Ready to roll?
So, yes, roll me an acrobatics check. Unless your feet just read out your thing for me? Exactly what Slither does, so people.
Yeah,
also
you're an
don't know.
expert at moving through extremely tight spaces. You gain the quick squeeze skill feat. Even if you're not trained in acrobatics, when you roll a success on an acrobatics check to squeeze, you get a critical success instead, which means you squeeze at full speed.
Awesome. So go ahead and roll me acrobatics check.
Yeah, if I succeed, I squeeze at full speed.
You know, a
Full
skill not
speed
many
ahead.
have, but in the
That's
Alright.
that's a 13.
So with your feet, Beetle, you'll see that Tellem, I'm gonna place you forward here, just to kind of get you situated. You are able to, for the time it takes, you're able to get through just fine. Beetle, you have found yourself squeezed forward just fine. And Gray, you also wanted to try to squeeze through, right?
Yes.
Go ahead and
Like-
place yourself over to the bottom left area.
Yeah.
And yes. So Tellem and Beetle. Which you can move one left, Gray, if you would like.
Whoop.
So Tellem and Beetle, what you see, unfortunately, is something that snaps at you.
Oh.
Unfortunately, what I need both of you to, actually, what it has to do is a certain roll. Let me see.
Oh no, music.
Yes, Tellem, you find yourself struck by something. You're not quite sure what it is yet before it hits you, but then as soon as it gets onto you and it snags onto you, it grabs onto your chest and just, just something horrible. And what you see on the ceiling
Oh my God.
is this horrifying, pulsating like tube of muscle with giant teeth.
Oh. It's a sphincter.
I-
Oh.
A hooked Fowler.
Oh, that's
Oh.
that's one of them teeth
Ow.
sphincters. Oh.
You have this
Oh.
horrible being just pretty much latched on top of the ceiling. It's kind of recessed in a hole. It was making it a little bit harder to see. But you see this like just line of like just hooked and just this hook, just like tongue that's come out of this horrible thing of flesh and teeth. Just grab onto you, just and you find yourself immediately.
Beetle, give me the crowbar. Give me the crowbar. Give me the crowbar. Give me the crowbar. Channel Gordon Freeman. Channel Gordon Freeman. You will take my
Lady
half-life
Ghost.
away from me, Barnacle.
Look,
You give
Tellem,
me a
a
moment.
roll.
Luckily.
Hello,
Give me a
Tellem.
moment. Give me a moment as I do some numbers here. And basically what you'll see that it'll grab onto you, just snatch onto you, Tellem. It's this horrifying being begins to start reeling you in.
Ah!
So this
So
is
basically what it'll begin to do, it'll go as it begins to
Oh, thanks for that.
Sorry, I need to show this to you. Here you go. It rolled a 25 on its athletics checks. Basically, it's going against your fortitude save to pull you in. And every single time it pulls you closer and closer, it'll then force move you to just get a little bit closer to 5 more feet closer to it.
Oh,
And it'll do
buddy.
so one more time. Just
Is there any way for me to slip the bonds that this thing has cast upon me? Escape from its, from its embrace, from its
absolutely on
tongue
your
lashing.
turn when
Oh.
because combat has begun. And
Oh,
your searching
no.
arounds was your initiative, as was their stealth. So it begins to bring you in. You are now 5 feet in the air, Tellem. As
How
it's
far away is this thing
dragging
from
you
me?
upward. It is 15 feet in the ceiling, so for you it'll be 10 feet.
All right.
Heart, it's your go.
So he hears the slurping sounds, and he hears Tellem scream, right?
Oh
Tellem
yeah.
doesn't scream.
Well, Beetle
Okay.
does.
Okay, but Beetle is screaming.
You hear
Yeah.
Beetle screams.
Okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, but did Gray start squeezing through?
I was
I have
not
great.
told to roll yet.
Yeah, I basically due to the time and everything of Tellem and Beetle getting through.
Yeah.
Gray's in position to begin.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Harp will take a step forth, a step down, and then look towards Gray and more or less just slip a hand before and goes, may I go first, please?
Yes. Go.
And then he wishes to slip by. Acrobatics check, I take it to squeeze.
Absolutely.
Nice. I roll an acrobatics check. And my I get a 20.
That is a natural 20.
For a
Due to that, you get through just fine, and you can put yourself here. Or you put yourself just past it, so I'll move you. You
Hey,
can't
Heart
move there.
does yoga.
There you go.
He
Man.
slips through the stone as if it was his friend.
Aww.
So one action to move in,
Yep.
move over. One action to slip through, which I'll allow. You have one action
Yep.
left.
Oh yeah. Hart is going to. Yeah. Let's see if I can do this. I will run up behind this creature. Let's see here.
I have a question for you, Hart.
Yeah.
You're human, right?
Yeah.
Where's your light source?
Oh yeah. I can't see shit.
You can't see a damn thing, can you?
This is a common thing. It's a human martial character. They run into the darkness all the time. He runs forward. He hears slurping noises. Beetle is screaming next to him. So he comes in here and he goes, "Where is it?" And then he runs
Beats the
forward.
shit out of Tellem.
I can't believe Heart is Batman.
He runs in here.
Look in the darkness.
That's his turn.
So, Hart,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a little.
Just runs
You see, as you move up,
Yeah.
two things happen, or a few things
Cool.
happen.
Oh no.
You have something.
no.
You feel. You see. You hear something go. As something spits at you after you move in closer.
Oh no.
And fortunately, you see a thing just whiz by your ear. You clearly clear like this slime is. As it hits the ground right past you, as it passes your ear, just comes right back somewhere above you.
He points
Gray.
towards the darkness and goes, "I'll get you!"
Show yourself.
Gray,
Okay.
it is your turn.
Yes. Okay. So, is it an action to actually turn on my torch? Because I have a torch.
I believe you have been having your torch out the entire time.
Oh,
So we kind of like, no, it's okay.
Yeah,
It's
okay,
okay.
yeah.
I'm
It's
allowed.
already on.
It's basically like you used your crossbows, but I assume you took it out back on.
Yeah,
Which gave
yeah.
everyone light when you came out of Hollick's place.
Okay.
So you're
I just
currently holding your
realized that was a
torch.
thing, and I entirely forgot about it. All right. So, hearing all the screaming and the noises,
Yeah.
which are just lovely, lovely sounds.
It's just
Gray
a
would
bunch
like
of
to-
things
yeah.
hanging up, grapefruiting their mans.
Yeah. Oh, no! Like to get over these rocks and join the fray first. So I'd like to try and squeeze on through.
Absolutely. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Look at it.
Fucking
Lady.
Fowler exists. Fowler
And I have rolled
ladies.
a 14 for a total of 17.
Absolutely. You are able to squeeze in just fine. It takes you that entire movement and action there to get through. You have 2 actions left. And with the lights, you then clearly see what is trying to grab hold of Hart further up.
Oh, great. Cool. Neat. I would like to declare the closest, the barnacle that currently is holding Tellem, the lovely hooked fowler that's got him.
Wait, now we can fully see the hook fowler, right?
Yes.
Yes, with the light.
Okay. Now Tellem screams.
I'm gonna target that boy.
Get me out!
All right, so action leftover, hunt prey, and I wanna try and shoot at it with my crossbow.
Absolutely. I'll kind of allow you to kind of like with the torch and light stuff. It's really finicky. You have to put it away, get your stuff. I'll say you just kind of like No, I'm saying I'm giving you game master mercy here. I say you can just kind of half hold it and still shoot your crossbow just fine because it requires 2 hands. I'm okay with that.
She shoves it in her mouth. She just like holds the torch in her mouth. Her.
This is mercy for now until I make it a lot harder for you. So
This is a lantern is better.
I rolled an 18 for a total of 25.
Awesome. That is a direct hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Rolling for a total of 7.
Awesome, because you're like a precision ranger and stuff. You got your extra 1d8 precision damage, but you got a 7. Dealing full damage. So you're just screeches a little bit. And then it's still trying to pull Tellem up, and you see it's in pain. Your final action. Well, actually, I think marking your target's an action, right?
Yes. So I'm done.
All right. Now it's this thing's turn. Hart, it looks to you.
Yeah, do it.
He goes, he tries to shoot at you, and it does grab you. In which, let me do your grab currently.
Oh no!
It hits you for 6 points of damage.
Neat. Nice.
I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
No!
And it begins to reel you in. So what it will do is an athletics check against your fortitude save, or your fortitude DC rather. And that will do it because your fortitude DC is 19 and it rolled a 22. So it brings you up closer to it for 5 feet. You're now 5 feet up in the air. And then begins to reel you in one more time.
Hey, Soren.
Yes.
Can I flex on it?
Oh my god.
Considering the fact that it just rolled a 12 for his next athletics check, and it did miss. If you have like a cool thing you can do to kind of take advantage of that, sure.
Yeah. So for everyone at home who is listening to this, Hart's only natural archetype is the celebrity archetype. And as a celebrity, he gains the ability to upstage someone. As a reaction, when someone attempts a skill check and they don't get a critical success, I can attempt the same skill as that, and the DC is their skill roll. If I succeed, I get a +1 to all attack rolls, perception checks, saving throws, and skill checks until the end of my next turn. I am basically flexing on them in how much better I am than they are.
Is this where the Pillar Man song starts playing?
Yes.
So, as this barnacle is trying to pull him upward, this is my counter check. That's a 20. That's a 29.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You get your +1.
I sure do.
You just flexed on that fowler so hard.
Oh yeah. Can I, Soren? Can I please like slightly describe what it looks like?
Absolutely.
I am the one that grapples.
When the barnacle is starting to lift him upwards, Harp's stance doesn't change. He's standing as if he was still on the ground, and as he's being pulled up, he just pivots as he becomes a hanging, dangling object. But he still is standing with his feet straight down, like straight, and his arms outward, and looks up at the barnacle like,
This boy's A-posing.
Mediocre.
With that excellent display, Beetle, stuff's happening.
Yeah. So forgive me. I don't know if this is appropriate use of this, but I was looking at my skills. I noticed Force Open. Now, I know Force Open is for like doors, containers, stuff like that. But I have a crowbar. Can I start trying to use Force Open against the prongs that are wrapped around Tellem?
Do the barnacles have weaknesses against crowbars?
I bet they have weaknesses against crowbars.
Can I start trying to pry him out?
So
give it to us, Zoran. Confirm Half-Life 3.
That sounds like a narrative declaration to me.
Ah!
You want to spend that point?
You said the name of the show. Yeah.
I will allow it.
I wanted to.
With the expenditure of a hero point.
I will spend my hero point to use my low-level athletics and pull out my crowbar and start.
Absolutely, I'll allow you to do it. Go ahead and roll me an athletics check.
Thank you.
I will.
An 11.
Man, if you only had a hero point to re-roll that, I mean.
So Beetle hops up out of the prong and he just starts whacking it with the crowbar. He's just
whacking at the prong. Tellem is dodging the crowbar strike.
Yeah, Tellem's screaming more, dodging the crowbar now.
because of that, if Tellem tries to break out of the grab, Tellem gets a bonus due to your help. I'll allow that.
Nice.
Yay!
So that's one action. That's one action. You have 2 actions left.
Oh, frick! Right. Okay. I'm gonna jab the crowbar into it, like when you put something in the dirt to just hold it up. I'm gonna reach into my pocket and pull out my not my crowbar, my crossbow.
Second crowbar.
My brain's like the crowbar. I'm like, no, the crossbow. I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna load it. And then that's
with the crowbar. No.
Yeah, I'll say you had your crossbow kind of preloaded, like something set in there. So I'll allow that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, then I'm devising a stratagem. I want to see what happens if I shoot it point blank.
Where's the weak spot on the thing?
Let's see.
Examine the subject.
That's a 22.
Discombobulate.
You feel as if you would hit.
I'm going to strike, which I remember how to do. Damage.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Awesome. You do 7 points of damage to it. Just you hear it like as it like wiggles a little bit, like tossing Tellem around with its movement.
Just in the background.
Speaking of which.
Does Beetle stay on if it's tossing him?
It's like, you're still on the ground. You're whacking, I imagine, but still.
Oh, I got you. Okay. I thought he was higher in the air. I got you.
Yeah. So Tellem, it's your turn.
Yes, it's my turn. Okay. Well, between all of the extremely manly screaming and panic, very calm, very collected panic and screaming. Can I actually attack this unlike appendage that is grappled? Like, can I attack this thing?
Yes, you can still attack it.
Okay, I can still attack it. So can I use my gouging claw spell to attack it? Because I'm not really sure how magic casting a spell works with I am grappled, right?
You can do just fine. So what grapple does, if you try to do like a manipulate action, attacking is not a manipulate. If you do try to cast a spell, that is a manipulate action. You'll have to roll a DC. A DC, if you roll between 1 to 5 or so, you will fail.
Okay.
So it just won't happen. So basically, if you want to do like a spell strike or stuff like that, I think that'll constitute as a manipulate action. I'll double check the rules after, but it sounds like a spell stuff to me. So
Okay.
you'll have to do that. But otherwise, you're fine.
So
You're able to hit
what-
this thing just fine.
Yeah. What will I need to roll for that manipulate action? Because I am going to use
It's a
my
flat
gouging claw
D20.
cantrip.
So let's say
Okay.
you're going to declare you're going to do gouging claw as a spell. Just roll me a D20. If it's 1 to 5, it doesn't happen.
Okay.
That's a natural 20. You're good.
So like Tellem starts to panic, and as he does, like his limbs actually start to contort, and he rears back with a hand, and his fingers actually like extend and become like what is it? Even more ethereal and like claw-like, and he will lash out with gouging claw. With the
Can you
gouging-
become Freddy Krueger?
Maybe.
So for
Welcome to prime time.
context, you're just casting gouging claw, right?
Yeah, I'm just casting gouging
What,
claw.
what's the range of it?
The range of it is touch,
Okay. I
Which is-
will.
which is why I asked, like, can I attack this
Yeah,
thing?
I'll
Okay.
allow it. It's got his tongue on you and stuff. You're good.
Okay. That's what I think. He's like slashing at the tongue. He's like, let me go, let me go, let me go. And so I cast that. I have to roll an attack for it.
Yeah, be
Let's
sure to
roll with
target
a-
it and do a good old roll.
Oh, I did not
Yeah.
target it.
But
But
okay.
it was,
You did
15.
forget.
did
Unfortunately, a 15 misses.
You have a hero point.
I'm gonna use the hero point. Reroll it.
Yeah, you do.
Yes.
I spin your hero point.
Spin my hero point. Oh no!
It's worse. Oh no. Roll a 13 under your 15.
All right. So I lash out with my ethereal claw and I miss the tongue in a panic. Can I use my last action to roll an acrobatics and try and wriggle out?
You can roll an athletics to try to
Or
break out of the
athletics.
grab.
Yeah.
You absolutely
That
can.
thing. The other thing. The other thing that starts with an A. Okay, you said athletics, correct?
Yes.
All right, so I have a +7 in athletics, so let's go ahead and roll this. That was
You do your best to try to wriggle free and stuff. You see the hooks are just a bit too embedded in you, and the more you struggle, the more it begins to
I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this.
tries to bring you up. I think that's all 3 of your actions.
That is all 3 of my actions used. 2 for the casting the cantrip, 1 for the athletics check. I am out of options, and it is the end of my turn.
And now it's its turn. You'll notice that it still has you grabbed. Normally you have to re-up it or so, but it's still just latching onto you, just pulling you up. So as
Fowler's
it does
cheat.
so, as it does so, it begins to
Please
slurp
nerf
you
Hook
up even
Flowers.
more.
He's nerf. We'll see nerf for hook fowlers in the patch notes.
It rolled a 9 for the athletics check to bring you up, but I have villain points.
No!
Come on, one.
Come on, let's let re-roll. I rolled a natural
Are you kidding me?
2020 coming right up.
No!
Why do you do this? Why do you do this?
You come all the way up to it.
Can we get much higher?
You can. You come all the way up to 10 feet, and that's as far as you can get for it because it brings you all the way up, and you see that your head is basically getting placed right into the jaws of this thing, and you see that it begins to clamp and bites. And so for its first attack against you, it rolls and it critically hits you. Rolled a 19 for a 27 total, and it crits you instantly, just because it got 10 over your AC, and that's what we do in Pathfinder 2E. So
Okay, I see how it is.
it does 14 points of damage to you.
Damn!
and it will begin to bite you again. It's munching. It's getting all that ectoplasm in you. It's sucking. So it attacks one more time, and it gets a natural one.
Oh, thank God.
But I have a million points.
No!
I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna keep that natural one though, and that is the end of its turn. Hearts, it's your go.
Yeah. Okay. This dude, 10 feet above me, right?
Yes, 10 feet to you now. Yes.
Cool. So, this is my order of actions. I will mountain stance on myself to perhaps not perish.
Is that a spell?
No, it is a stance. I can literally just. It's the easiest performable action there ever was. It is it is something that can literally not be like, hey, you can't do that unless you are.
No, I'm just checking. I'm just checking. You can go ahead. You can keep doing it. It's fine.
I mountain stance, increasing my AC. Otherwise, my AC is really bad. Then, pointing up towards this creature as he's just being pulled up. Hey, stop eating my friend. Hard is not realizing that these are different entities. This is just something in their ceiling that is eating people. This was the thing that he was gonna look out for. And he failed his friends. He does not feel good about this. Therefore, Hart will spend one action climbing 10 feet straight upward. I need to perform an athletic check to do that. But since I have a rope,
it's telling to get closer.
Yeah, I have a rope at hand.
Hart really just went, I can't punch you without getting closer.
Yes. So I will climb up the rope. I rolled a 18 on climbing.
Oh, jeez.
Is that good enough?
I'm going to consider this as a manipulate thing. So let's see, because you are grabbed. You're good to go. You climb up it.
Nice.
One lower.
Ooh,
all right.
Thanks, gods.
I'll allow you. I'll climb up to the distance you need. So you're now 10 feet up. You're pretty much right by it.
Yep. And as is, I am going to use Flurry of Blows, which allows me to strike twice on one action and combine the damage into one unit. It's pretty
awesome. Be sure to target it and do your strikes.
Of course. It's what we do here at Narrative Declaration. Let me roll some damage here. Or rather, see if I can hit it to begin with. But I do have a +1, since I am such a cool celebrity, and I succeeded on the rolls. I roll with a +1 modifier to my attack rolls. That's a 24, baby!
Excellent hit. Roll me some damage.
Heck yes. This is my damage roll. It is a 7.
Awesome. You do 7 points of damage to it. Just pow!
He's shoving his hand where the tube comes from.
Ew.
Where it's connected to the ceiling. He's just shoving in his hand, pulling it out, and then like punching in there again. And since he can do it with further blows, he does it again. Wow! Here we go, everyone. Let's see if I can hit it again. I don't. But it's one hit. That's enough, everyone. And my head is away from munching distance, but perhaps not my beautiful pecs.
Hart is just a walking JoJo meme. It's a
Yeah.
But I think that's all of your actions, correct?
That is all my actions, everyone.
Awesome. Gray, it's your turn.
Seeing Tellem basically at munching distance of this thing's teeth.
It has my head in its mouth.
I know. It's munching distance. She's gonna reload her crossbow, and she's gonna strike with it. Give a nice little
Yeah,
roll.
another shot.
That's That's a nat 20.
Yeah!
That is a
Roll
nat
me
20.
that crit damage.
Rolling that crit damage for a 10. 10 total.
Awesome.
Did you add your bonus damage from precision?
Hey, it doesn't matter because what happens?
It's fucking
your
dead.
bolt, tell me how you kill it.
The bolt gets lodged right in the tube. Just right in the tube. It starts choking on it.
Oh.
It starts mangling it from the inside.
And with that, this thing goes. You'll see that it'll just kind of go limp. And Tellem, as this happens, you are currently 10 feet up. For anybody else, this would be very, very worrisome because you might fall and take some damage, all depending. But because you're a ghost, you gently ghost your way down, and you are now back on the ground.
Can I roll acrobatics? Make it more
Do a flip.
stylish.
Do a flip.
I'll just give it for free. You just do a flip.
I do a flip and I land hovering above the ground, and I adjust my turban. I look back and I'm just like, it never stood a ghost of a chance.
What the frick?
I'm taking away your hero point.
Saving you was a mistake.
You should have died with your bit.
For Gray, you reloaded, you fired. Would you like to reload for your last action?
Yep,
or-
reload's last one.
All right.
I fired, and then I missed.
Now it's the other hooked fowler's turn. It will look at you, Heart. And since you are now in range, it will begin to bite as it has been pulling you up towards it. It hits you with a 25, dealing 10 points of damage as it begins to bite into you.
Oh.
It'll try to bite again,
Oh.
hitting you again, just barely, even with your mountain stance. It begins to munch for 9 points of damage.
Oh my god!
Not the kitty meat.
It'll try to attack one last time, but it fails with the damage being minus 10 and does not finish you off. Beetle, it's your turn.
I'd like to, how long is the, okay, hold on, no, I can solve this issue. So, Beetle's gonna move over here, aware of the chain, try and lessen the length of it. Okay, and then after moving there, Beetle's going to pull out the Wand of Heal. And, bippity boppity boopy, I would like to use it on Heart. Gosh, okay.
Okay, it is confusing how it goes.
Points.
Yeah, it is a bit
Double
confusing.
action.
I'll
So I'll target Heart, and then I guess 1d8.
Do you do the double action or the one action?
Double
yeah,
action?
so heal, to describe how heal works, heal has a combination of multiple actions to do. So let me see for your, here's just Wand of Heal. We'd like to use nature or religion. Well, it's about the same, so it's +2 for each.
Yeah, doesn't matter, religion.
Yeah. So we'll do that and have you roll. Critically failed. Yeah. So wands are weird. It's one thing Pathfinder Second Edition. Wands in Pathfinder Second Edition usually just kind of irk me a little bit. So for now, I'm just gonna game master it a little bit for you until I can better utilize these wands, because using them fucking weird in Foundry and how it's set up, it's kind of awkward. So what we're gonna do is that I'm gonna assume you want to do the 2-action heal so you can heal Heart for as much as you can. So we'll click this healing. So click this healing button. It'll be this +8. So 16.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, TM.
Benevolent deity.
Yeah, so
benevolent
you heal
deity.
Heart for 16 by using the wand, but the wand is now done. You can't use it anymore.
Yeah.
But with
Put that
that, you
bad boy
moved
away.
up. Did your wand, and that's it.
That's my turn.
Awesome. All right, Tellem, safe
All
back
right.
on the ground.
I'm safe back on the ground. I have no way to heal myself at the moment. So what I will do is I will move up. Wait, oh, no, I targeted myself. Ah, no. I will move up and then I will destroy my own fate. No, I will move up as one of my actions. I will target the hooked fowler that has heart at the moment, and I will use my last 2 actions to cast Produce Flame, and I hurl a handful of fire at it. And so I've targeted it. I have to attack. That is a +7 to the attack roll, or a 11.
Oh.
Unfortunately, it whizzes by and hits the ceiling.
Yep. And that was all 3 of my actions, and that is the end of my turn.
Heart.
Yo, you can throw fire. He points down at Tellem as he's punching this thing.
Hero point in case I die.
So, Zoran, I'm gonna punch it.
All
yeah,
right.
keep punching.
Yeah, using the power of
Friendship.
Fleur of Blows, I can strike twice as one action. So let's go.
My God, they should have casted you as Mario instead of Chris Pratt.
Oh my goodness.
That's a critical hit, baby, for 27.
You crit. Yeah. Roll that crit damage.
Here we go. That's a 12.
That is 12. So bam.
And then the
Massive hit to
second
it.
As he attempts to rip into its guts. That's a 6.
That is a
But I-
miss.
But here's the important part. I have so many more actions. So I am going to attack it a 3rd time with a regular action. Who knows what can happen? That's a 12. Okay, so that's a miss too. Alright,
Yes, unfortunately.
cool. My 3rd action that I will perform is that I will... You know what? Yeah, I will attempt to... Yeah, no. What? Why not? Why the fuck not? I will attempt to escape the grapple. Why the fuck not? Is that a athletics or is it a save?
That's athletics. You're
Yes.
basically only athletics. It gets its fortitude to get out.
Yes. Does it have the attack trait to escape?
To escape? That's a... You mean manipulate? Let's see.
Because if it
Let me
has the
see.
manipulate trait,
Da-da-da-da.
fine. But if it has the attack trait, it's even more
you're-
important.
It does have the attack trait.
Okay, so I will take a massive penalty to it, but I have a massive bonus, so it's fine. Cool. Then I will attempt to.
Yeah, just roll athletics check and then we can determine from there.
Heck yeah. This is my roll in that case. Just let me fucking.
Are you having trouble finding it or?
No, I'm adding a -10 penalty since it has that attack.
Ah,
trait.
yeah. You have to do that.
Yeah.
Multi-attack ability.
Exactly.
But you did +10 on
plus
it. You gotta
10,
put a
okay.
minus.
No.
So, unfortunately, that will fail.
No, wait, I did. Wait, if
Actually,
I
no,
did it
it'll-
right in.
No, you did +10 on your thing. But from what I'm seeing,
17 is the actual number, and that's
So for
a
that-
7.
you're able to.
No, wait, I have +10 and I have -10 on the same roll, so it is 17.
Okay, so with 17, you find that you are no longer grabbed.
Nice.
And so you fall.
Nice. I have the feat Dancing Leaf, which allows me to not take fall damage as long as I'm next to a wall.
Yeah! And you are by a wall, so you slide down just fine.
That's right. Hart just puts one hand against the wall and just slides down with one hand against it.
Good, you land down just fine. I think that's your final action, right?
That is my final action. Everyone else's turn.
Good, Gray, it's your go.
All right, I'm declaring the second grabber duder as my hunted prey, and I'm gonna
Please.
I'm gonna use my crossbow just and I rolled a whole 12 and I missed.
Unfortunate. You do have 2 hero points.
I would like to use it. I would like to use a hero point to reroll for 19.
Yeah!
Yes.
That'll do it.
And rolling for damage, I have rolled a 7.
Awesome. With that, you see your bolt just like you see Heart slide down. Your bolt just pierces through it. You see it goes limp, and you see that every single time these things have died, just like guts and remains of critters and various animals just pour out of its gut as it just dangles there limp. And now finally, initiative is over.
For now.
For now.
For new.
Tellem, come here. I'd like to, I think it's stitch flesh. I want to stitch flesh. I
Yeah.
want to stitch that flesh.
So
What's it
how
for-
how does one put medicine on a ghost? Is it with like talismans and shit?
Complex
su-
mathematical equations?
Yeah, math, sutures, bandages, a healer's kit. Okay, so we're gonna sit down here for 10 minutes, and I'm gonna stitch him up. What do I medicine check?
Good. Yep, go ahead and roll me medicine.
While this is happening, Hart is climbing up the wall again and tries to like just pull
17.
these guys out of the ceiling.
Pull them out.
All right,
Right, that's our food.
Yeah, let's do it one at a time here. So, with your 17 medicine, because you're no longer in combat and you're able to take this time now, you do successfully heal Tellem, and since Tellem's a ghost, you have to have that stitching feat, or else you wouldn't be able to heal him. Roll me 2d8. You're no longer grabbed. I'm sorry.
That's an 8.
That's something. Tellem, you
That's
feel
something.
revitalized.
Nothing.
That's something. There you go, buddy.
I'll take it.
That's all I can give you for an hour.
You're a great healer.
Yeah,
Thank
you're
you.
also a medic dedication, so I think you still battlefield medicine people twice in a technical way.
We also
So,
have
we
some
need to do
potions.
more.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and potions.
We do have health potions. Now I'm
Yeah.
gonna, while Heart's going around ripping things out of the wall, I want to do the same thing to Heart, which I could do in the background, while you DM Heart
Yeah.
ripping things out.
So Hart, you want to go up and collect your kills, right?
They're basically oysters.
Yeah, so we could do a whole bunch of checks and laugh as you fall 500 times. Just for the sake of time, we will just say you climb up there and you pull them from the ceiling and you collect their bodies.
In
I'll give
the
11
bag
HP to
they
Heart.
go.
How fucking huge
Absolutely.
are these?
These things are medium creatures, so they're pretty big.
They were big
Yeah.
enough to grab you guys and pull you up.
Yeah,
we
how
feel you'll
many?
be able to feed a lot of people with these things.
How many can we carry? We should bring
I'm gonna
back
go
as
stash
many as
them.
possible.
I'm gonna stash them here.
Wait. We should be sure to carry them. We shouldn't leave them because then something else is gonna come pick them up and eat them.
Yep. We need these.
If we really wanted to stash them, we
Yeah.
could bring them back to Hollick and tell him not to eat them and just say we're leaving them
Yeah.
there.
He already invited us back if we wanted to rest, right? And this is practically
Yeah.
resting some of our things there, so yeah.
So these will feed a lot of people. Do we want to maybe look for 2 more?
Yeah, why not?
Might as well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what a good amount is.
So with that decision, as you guys have planned to either go further in or go drop off your recent hunt, let's go ahead and take our first break, and then you guys can decide during the break to and all that stuff. So guys, we'll be right back. Use the bathroom, get some snacks, get a drink, all the other stuff. We will be right back.
I can't believe that you said that.
I did.
I can't
what you gonna do
believe we
about
I
it?
know, wild hot takes today.
Wow.
Zoran, really? You said that, and then you went live right afterwards? That's not.
Controversial.
Yeah, not
Last
politically
you
correct.
But
won
so
in
brave.
your Pathfinder
Yeah.
game.
Thank you, Erndil. Shout out to my boy,
Oh my
Erndil.
God. Why are you fuckers get Aaron? I pay you. Minerva, something's wrong with your car. Why did you give me 500 bits?
Shh.
Pay to win, pay to win, pay to
What's
win,
wrong
pay
with
to win.
you?
Cab needs to make sure he doesn't fucking die.
Exactly.
It's funny when you say, but we've had people criticize our show even before, which we kind of agreed on, but then we changed it so it wouldn't be pay to win. And I always liked it when people come in, you can play here and play. It's just gonna make them your game. And I go, one, we have failing points, and
believe-
two, they reroll and do worse. So
I can't believe you give a community the ability to support creators they like see putting on a show with characters that they enjoy seeing the story of. How dare you?
Fricked up.
Kind of
But-
fucked up. Zoran.
Shaking my
Now
head.
that
Kinda
we're
cringy.
back, now that we're back, you guys have kind of settled in here. What would you guys like to do?
Carry the barnacles back, right?
Yeah, was the
Yeah.
consensus to bring them back?
Yeah, the consensus was bring him back.
All right.
Do we
Well,
just
then-
want to send the, because like it's literally right around the corner. Do we
Yeah,
want to keep
So for sake of time,
Yeah.
you just want to just go drop it off at Hollick's, and then where else
Yeah, and then we
from
come
Hollick's,
back
where would you
out.
like to go?
Yeah.
Right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just for the sake of time, I'll say go swoop. Here you go, Hollick's like,
Montage.
"Oh, thanks. What? And then you leave. And then I mean, for the sake of time, because it's just semantics to drag your tokens, do a thing, come back.
Yeah, we're like, don't eat these, and then we just close the door again.
And that's a callback for everyone else. Last episode, this is what the man-sized bags were for.
So with that, you guys have dropped off your hunt, and you're now back here. What'd you like to do?
We're gonna come back. Hollick's
We're gonna go
eat
deeper
those.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Feel it. Feel it in my ghostly bones. He's gonna eat those.
No, don't say that. We worked so
What?
hard for those.
We'll go onwards, right?
Yeah, lead the way.
Onward.
Bro.
As you
Oh.
come further
Oh.
into through the hallway, you notice that in front of you is a gaping pit. Due to the lighting in this area, you're not quite sure how far down it goes, but you do see that there's a bit of crumbling stone that goes to a little bit of dirt stone cliff. But on the other side, you do notice that there is a tent, a little broken chest over there, a little fireplace area, and a bag that you can see. For those of you who can see further in with dark vision, you see further on. Everybody else can't really quite see it that well.
I will
Wait.
notify them with the
I-
dark
I-
vision.
I will use my great knowledge of the physical world to determine how deep this hole is. He
Oh
picks up
my
a rock
God.
and throws it in. And waits for a sound.
You do hear a thud. It is pretty far down there, but if you do feel it, you're confident you're not gonna it'll hurt a lot. You'll be
Yeah.
close to death if you just jump in there.
If
But,
it takes
um,
more than 5 seconds, Hart smiles and goes, "No."
Well, look over there. Beetle's gonna point. There's a little ledge that goes over to that little ledge with just a bunch of loot over there.
Yeah.
Buddy, there's nothing in the darkness, but I'll trust you.
No, there's a bunch of loot over there. Look. Ribbit.
Looks out into the
You just
darkness.
croaked.
I
Uh,
seen it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, I trust you, bro. but I don't see anything.
I'm gonna pull out my torch and I'm gonna light it, and I'd like to go over to the edge and assess if I can shimmy across it.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Looks stable.
With your roll of a 12,
I
you look
rolled
to
a
the
12.
edge there, and you do see that. You see if you were an expert, like someone who had an entire climbing kit and a whole bunch of other things to be able to
And
safely
we're really
like,
good at athletics.
go all- yeah, if you were really skillful, knew what you were doing, you feel that you could shimmy along and climb along. You might see like the bit of the graphic that looks like it's like a ledge thing. That is to emphasize it further down. Of it further going into it, and then you see blackness, you know.
A death trap.
Yeah, I guess we'll pass up the loot down there. Do we want to head back along the fragrant canals?
Yeah, sure. If you think that
Yeah,
it's
if you don't
not
want
worth
to,
it.
you want to try and risk it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just a little guy.
If we are looking
I don't
for
even.
more ore to hunt, we will have to go deeper into the systems.
Oh yeah.
But if we go this way, how are we gonna know we can get back up?
No, I mean the other way.
Oh, thank goodness!
You know, I would go to this weird little hole. I don't know what's down here. Maybe I'll heal you back up.
I mean, I would venture into the darkness for you, bro. But if you
Wait,
don't think that it's a good one, then
I'm
no.
tied to a chain. Do we want to lower me just so I can see what's in there?
Oh.
I mean, I don't know.
Just so we can just see.
I mean, I don't know if there's
Are we
kobold
gonna go
eating things
fishing?
there.
Yeah, what if there's something down there and I could just pick it up with my opposable thumbs?
I
Why did you
wonder
word
if
it like
this is
that?
what a worm thinks on the end of a hook.
Hey, bro, what if there's a kobold eating dragon down there? I mean, we met one in the sewers before.
True point. Okay, I'm convinced. Let's go down the other way.
All right. I guess we're going.
Squeeze
All right,
on
let me-
through. Thunk.
Now that I
let
mention
me-
it, though, a dragon would be pretty nice.
Nah, you make a really good point. Who cares what's down in the hole?
You sure?
I'll drag you guys over. Just give me a moment.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Also, my interface a little laggy with all the music, the preload.
Heck
It's
yeah.
just like, oh my god, you don't have enough RAM.
I can't believe you don't have enough RAM.
Ram?
My
Never heard of it.
God.
The only
Yeah,
thing
just,
you don't want when you're DMing a
RAM?
campaign is
I
to not
barely
have
know
enough
her.
RAM.
All right, so you guys continue to head up further into the sewer itself. Feel free to go along the pathway that you would like to go.
Did you guys still want me to go in the front in case you know things?
Beetle stops and turns right around. Yep.
Gray pushes yourself against the wall so he can scoot on by.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Oh, scoot right
Remember,
past you.
you can also use your arrow keys to move around.
That's how I move.
Oh, that's right.
I will
Yeah, to make it
continue
easy
to
for you.
protect
It was
the back
acting a
of the
little
party.
funky earlier. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's because you're on a server. There's lag and stuff.
Server was like.
Further up, you
Alright.
see two things. You see two things. To your left, feel free, you can move up a little bit. You're safe. But
Alright.
I can't
Get over
believe
to your
Zoran told
left,
us
you
we were
see
safe and we
here.
died.
I lied. You all begin as you guys move up over to your left. You hear trickling water coming underneath a door. See that this door is wooden, but with iron bars, kind of like reinforcing it. You still see that it's still sturdy. In front of you is a bunch of rock and rubble. You do know that from looking at it, you feel that you can get past it, but it'll take you a little bit. You have to move some rocks or so to try to get past this obstacle. But to your left, you do hear just rushing water. And you see this going right back into the sewer waterway itself.
Hey, Soren!
Yes.
How much stuff is clogged up in the metal supporting? How
You
much
mean-
trash is in this area?
think
You
about it.
do notice, if you look over to the right, you do see there's a bunch of trash is building up here and there. Enough water is still rushing over it and through it.
Yeah. But if someone were to be thrown down here, they get like slashing damage, right?
It would be painful if they got passed through it, but it would be something for them
Yeah.
to grab onto. Yes.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah, but with the
guys,
rushing sewer water there and the water trickling under the door, and a bunch of rock and rubble kind of on the floor with a high, I think the ceiling, if I remember right, is about 20 feet high to kind of encompass this entire area. What would you guys like to do? And I'm sorry, Beetle, I interrupted you.
Oh no, please interrupt. Beetle Peepo points at the blockade and he goes, do you think Charles is over there?
People point.
Charles or whatever
Maybe.
else he was hiding. Well, hiding, I say. I
Who
mean,
knows?
blocking away.
Hmm.
I'm just saying, if it's notable enough for Hollick to have given it a name, I don't want to meet it.
What if we go this way, where Hollick hasn't barricaded, covered the pathway,
do
and
it.
then Beetle's gonna point over to this door. Oh no, I opened it. There we go, close it.
I'll,
People point,
it's not
doors
people.
open,
I'll lock it
Charles
so you
walks
nicely
out,
fuck with it.
people nope.
It's not people point, it's Beetle point.
Beetle point.
Beepo point.
So you want to go over towards the door with the suspicious water trickling underneath it.
Don't worry, I can open it.
I mean, that water doesn't look as green.
No, you're right.
That's a plus.
Go out and open it.
What?
If you want to go in, go ahead and open it.
Go ahead
He's
and
like,
open
tell
it.
her-
Beetle's just
he's
like,
like-
wait a second. I'm the one who.
I believe in you, says Hart. Thumbs up.
Beetle checks his chain, makes sure that it's like fastened really tight around him. He starts walking over to the door, tries to open it.
Gray kind
You're able
of
to
pads
open
on
it
up behind
just
him.
fine.
Comes
Oh!
on up behind him. What you see?
What you seeing?
At least two. No, wait, one pelvis, two tibias. Looks like a broken table. Some water, some more water. That's a rib cage. You know what? You
So-
want to come take a look in here?
A
Yo,
corpse.
So what's a tibia and can you eat it?
Technically.
you can suck out the marrow.
All right. Well, let me get a look. See.
Alright.
As
Oh yeah, that
you-
sure is a whole body.
That's a whole body.
Would you guys like to enter inside?
Yes.
I'd like
I-
to. No. Do I feel like I should? Also, no.
You enter inside, and as you guys look around, you notice that this room. All right, reading my notes here. That you notice that this room has a large pool of water inside of the middle, along with a bunch of refuse around, like just broken planks here and there. And what you've also noticed is random skeletons just kind of strewn about the room. Definitely deteriorated just from a simple glance. You know that these skeletons have been here for quite a long time. But further in, you do notice
don't
that
trust them. I
that
draw my
this
sword.
room that is broken. And further in, you notice that there is a bit of underground. Definitely not something that's part of the foundation of the sewer. But a little excess of it is a sewer pipe, a fairly large one, where you see the source of water is coming from. But I would like all of you to roll me a perception check.
If the skeletons come to life and people are like, Cap was metagaming, I want to look them in the face and point to myself and be like, undead. Undead.
I rolled a 19 for a total of 24.
Nice.
I rolled a 12.
Let me see.
I rolled one.
Oh, that's a
Well,
natural
A
one.
5.
Ah!
That's a good. That's a good sticky complication.
I take my own sword and I put it through my head.
Let me see what can work here.
I got a 12.
Let's see what's appropriate, you know. Oh, this could work out great.
Just destroy me, annihilate me.
This works so good. Exactly what I need. This is from Sarah Grapes. Let me label it so Thurston doesn't yell at me again for not labeling
Thanks, Sarah.
So Sarah Grapes on Patreon. Thank you so much for submitting your complication to us. This says something, and the complication is called "Ooh, something shiny." Like you are suddenly distracted by the glint of something shiny on the other side of the map. Convinced that it is a vital clue or special item that can turn the tide of battle, you must use your next action to either approach the item or make a perception check to determine what the item is.
Is it shiny like
until you succeed?
Is it over here on the other side of the map, or is it over here on the other side of the map?
It is to the top left. In fact, what you see, Tellem, is that you see that something is shiny over there. In fact, you see a corpse that is hanging inside of the pipe itself, and you do see something that catches your interest.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god,
What's up?
Giant anglerfish.
Like, Liam pulls out a sword, but he tilts his head to a moment. He's like, I believe the glint of profit may have caught my eye.
Does he just like go? Does he just
He kind of like maybe he drifts maybe like a little bit towards it and get like a better look. You know, just a little bit of a better look. You know, just a smidgen of a better look.
I'll say you have to do your full movement speed to get closer. That's your punishment. You gotta go the full way. Your full movement speed.
Wait, my full movement speed?
Yeah, which is just one of your actions.
Okay. I was about to say I have to
25,
use all three of my actions. Oh no.
No,
We're all just like watching him go, just like
It kind of just like when it catches Tellem's eye, like his posture shifts. Like most of the time he carries himself like a merchant and everything, but when this catches his eye and he starts to drift towards it, like he sort of shifts and his body takes on unnatural postures that almost kind of look like,
does it flicker?
A corpse drifting, you know, in a river to a certain extent. He very much starts to look like the ghost that he is. As the unfinished business kind of takes over.
Tellem, he's just going.
Yeah.
Another thing you notice.
We should follow him.
As you're getting closer.
Let him go alone.
Feel free to move forward if you guys want, but Tellem, as you begin to go to the center of the water there, you begin to sink a little bit, but you do eventually stop yourself where you're like nearly chest high in water.
Like do I snap out of it, or I'm still kind of like engrossed, or
like you're still very much engrossed. You definitely want to check this. I don't want to take a lot of player energy just away from you, but at this point, if you choose to just ignore it, I'll allow it. I don't want to force your hand. But
no, go for it. Like that's the cool thing about ghosts is that they have unfinished business. When it comes to treasure and profit and stuff like that, that's okay.
So with your permission, yeah, you want that thing really bad.
I want it. How much profit could we make off of it? What is it? Just like fingers crackle unnaturally, and he kind of like reaches out towards it. He wants to like hit towards it a little bit more. I don't know.
Everyone is shouting at him in the background, but he only hears.
Can I check this skeleton for teeth?
Absolutely. Roll me medicine check.
Okay.
Are you looking for teeth while Tellem is okay?
He pulls one tooth out and goes.
You're distracting me. That's an 11.
Pulls out one tooth and goes.
I take the buck tooth and I pocket it.
This dude has been dead for like 5 years. How do you know? Teeth never lie.
Oh my god.
Adding it to my treasures, 1 tooth.
Singular
One
tooth.
tooth. One old.
All right, so as
Wet.
we're in here, I do want to ask everyone kind of what they're doing in the room. Tellem, I assume you're heading towards the pipe.
Yes.
Get your gold. I'm going to
He's,
ask
like, slowly,
Gray.
like, drifting towards the pipe.
Hey, Gray, what are you doing while you're in this room?
Gray is trying to keep an eye on things while also trying to follow after Tellem because that is not normally how he acts. So she's just very like buddy, and like trying to keep her ears and nose on duty here.
Awesome. Okay.
Heart-
Heart, what are you doing?
Hart does the same, but since Tellem is a ghost and he's also traveling in a straight line comparatively to us, it will be a bit of a short jog around this, since we're not fucking running up to him full speed. We're just trying to like communicate with him since he seems to be out of this world, haha. As we are trying to just catch his attention.
It's like
So
the allure
Hart-
spirited me away.
Ha so yeah, he's trying to run on the side, trying to yell at Tellem like, bro, what are you doing? Yeah, like just kicking away rocks or anything when they are in the way of him, and just moving, trying to catch up with Tellem in a very casual, but he's a bit concerned.
With that, Tellem, feel free to move yourself up to the pipe if you'd like.
Ooh,
Anybody else who wants to move around, feel free to move around.
a pipe. A pipe, you
Beetle's
say?
gotta turn back and go around because he's still attached to Heart by a chain.
He's in the middle of like looking at these
No.
teeth, he just gets yanked.
Yeah.
Just, what?
Yeah.
So as you go to this pipe, you notice that this skeleton has has like rotten kind of shredded, decrepit like clothing on it, but from just a quick glance, you notice it would be fairly nice clothing if it was still new. But you do notice it's holding a bag that you've noticed that has very intricate metalwork kind of embedded into it. Like it has like some nice there's borders to it, nice buckles, things like that. Very nice looking, and somehow it has stood the test of time, especially being inside the sewer pipe. But you do notice that it's the skeleton is kind of like holding onto it as if this person was just bundled up inside of this pipe, but his body is also kind of embedded with a bunch of debris that's around him.
Ooh.
Zoran,
Yes,
can I make a narrative declaration?
sure can.
I wish to spend a hero point for a narrative declaration to make it so that the bag itself is of Quan Sheer design. So that
Absolutely.
someone from Quan Sheer has made this and probably has like an insignia or something on it. I don't know.
I will
spend my hero
allow it.
point to do that.
Lane, that's what you see.
Okie dokie. Tellem will actually, he will, he looms over this corpse and he looks at it and he's just like, a quality product. And he leans in, joints audibly clicking and clacking in a way that they shouldn't. They normally don't, as he has kind of a jerky motion, and he tries to grab the bag.
The spine shouldn't bend that way.
Tellem.
You grab onto it. You notice it takes some effort to kind of get out. Roll me an athletics check.
I can touch it. I can touch the shiny. It's in athletics, right?
Athletics check, yes.
Okay, so I have a +7 roll to all my athletics checks. I roll that. I get a 14.
Hey, 14
In
will still
total.
do it as you basically begin to tug and tug and tug.
Give me my prize.
And several things will happen.
Uh-oh. Oh, the music just picked up.
As you pull into it, water begins to Tug. A little bit more water comes out. Tug. A little bit more
Tellem?
water comes out. Tug. Tug.
I've almost got it.
Tellem, no!
As you pull the bag, and for a couple of seconds you look at it, it's beautiful.
It's
It is
mine.
wonderful. And water rushes into the room, flooding it. You begin to see the water begin to just push through it. It knocks everybody back a little bit.
Oh,
And you basically see that this water begins to push all of the debris and the corpses and such back to the entrance. But unfortunately for all of you, this entire room begins to fill with water. And further on, some of you who can see the entrance will also notice that the door is now blocked with various bits of debris. The room begins to fill with water. You're still standing in just fine, but everything is now difficult terrain. It is going to get hard to kind of move around. What do you guys do?
get to the door, start unclearing it.
Maybe we can escape
and
off the plane.
before you move, Gray,
Yeah.
I'm going to ask everyone here
Yes.
to roll for initiative.
No! It's Charles! Charles is a mermaid!
May I use athletics instead of perception due to swimming?
Everyone rolls. Feel free to use perception, and I'll allow you to roll athletics as you try to protect yourself. Everyone, make sure you're rolling for perception on your initiative. Make sure your drop down is correct.
Yep.
All right. Perception. There we go.
I got a 26.
I rolled a 7 for a total of 11.
Good. All right,
Oh no!
Hart, it's your turn.
Hart points at he points over at Crocus and goes, "You're smarter than I. Clear the door. I'm grabbing him." And he points at Tellem. So I wish to move over here. That's one action. As one action, if Tellem allows me, I would like to grab a hold of him. Not grapple. I would just like to grab a hold of him.
As you go to grab Tellem, he actually he pulls away. He's like, no, the bag is mine. I'll make the profit off of this.
Oh my god!
Hart shouts something in a language that none of you probably know. And he seems like legit afraid of the water around him as he grabs a hold of Tellem with his big magical hands. And I wish to attempt to drag Tellem.
Let go of me, you mountain of muscle. You won't take my prize.
So
They might assume
athletics
you
check against
resist.
him.
Yes.
All right, so for this, I'll allow two options because it's player versus
Yeah.
player at this point.
Yes.
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 So I'll kind of make sure both of you are consensual to it. Would you prefer a versus roll, or would you like Salty's character Hart to basically go against your fortitude DC with the athletics?
I'm okay with using the standard system.
Okay. So Salty for Hart, roll me athletics check, and we'll go against Talim's fortitude DC.
Oh no!
That's a 17.
That is exactly Talim's DC. So you are able to pull along Tellem.
We need to get out of here. I don't want to be steam bathed. As he just pulls this man away from this tubing where this bag is supposedly is. If Talim's
Well,
hand,
he's clutching on the bag. He pulled it free, like he's holding on to it.
Yeah.
But he's like, no, this is mine.
Yeah, and he's just pulling him. How long do I pull the man?
You can only move half your movement speed because this is difficult terrain. So
yes.
I'll still keep it as that.
Heck yes. Then I'll move. Then I'll move here, and that's my turn. Come
What's
over
your total?
here.
Your total movement's 25, so you have to do
25.
count twice every time. So 5,
Oh,
10,
yeah.
15, 20. So you can only move up 2 spaces right now. So back
Yes,
1, and
yes.
then you're good.
Ooh.
Okay.
In that case. Yes.
All right. What? Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So go.
Gray is booking it, absolutely booking it, using 2 actions to get all the way over there. That is a lot of speed. That is a lot of
so we
space.
can count them as we go. So 5, 10. So diagonal increases a lot. So
Really?
5, 10. Yeah. So as you go diagonal in a grid space, it's
10.
after every second one, it's a lot. So hold up, because you're
Okay.
over. You're
You
over.
put myself back then?
Yeah. So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm sorry, I'm counting weird. Like 5, 10, like 5, 10. For 2 actions, you can get up to here.
Okay.
We'll just do that for now. There you go.
Uh,
I don't have a
That-
fancy tile work for the door, by the way. I forget, it's just
it's
rubble.
okay. It's okay. So the rubble's
I
probably
don't
like
have time
round
to
in this
Photoshop it.
area. Like it's around in this area-ish.
Yeah, but
like that's where
pretty
it's
much
starting
in
to...
front of the door, what you will see as you get closer to it is all the wood and refuse and even the bones and the bodies and such have actually been pushed forward to the door, and the door surprisingly is holding very well. But all that debris and stuff is blocking that door around that square, so it's all piled up to the ceiling. So it's
All right,
all just trapped there.
She is pulling and trying to get as much of this clear as she can.
Yeah, you're not quite at it yet. You have to get for the adjacent.
gotta
It's
get a
adjacent
little closer?
at the door.
All right,
yeah, it's
all right,
adjacent
then
to the door there.
All right, we'll use the last action then to just get up there.
Yeah, you're able to move just 2.
That's it. That's all I can do.
All right, so. Oh dear. Beetle. You notice something in the water.
No, I'm chained to heart.
God
I'm chained
damn
to heart.
it.
I'm chained to heart. No, I'm chained to heart. No, I'm chained. I'm chained. I'm
You
chained. You
notice
can't grab
something
me.
in the
No,
water.
you can't grab me. No,
You don't recognize the bodies in the water.
A man has
As
fallen into
you-
the water in Lego City.
As you're looking around, scared and seeing the water begin to flood more and more as Gray quickly takes the initiative to clear the way. You see something shiny inside the water, basically kind of come by your leg, but it flashes lights. It flashes like it was like flash, 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 and it slithers away from you.
Oh.
But then you see the light basically kind of go in front of you, comes by. It's like it's curious, but then all of a sudden it begins to go away. Then it comes straight for you. And you see the thing will pop out and go right for your legs. You see the water's coming up to your neck because of your height. You'll see that it is a long, slivery-looking creature, and it crackles with electricity as it begins to bite at you. It surges at you, and it rolls. Oh, sorry, let me show you this roll. It rolls a 25 to hit you.
Oh no!
Yeah, that is me. Yeah.
It'll do 5 points of damage to you.
Ouchie. Beetle is screaming and trying to frantically doggy paddle away.
It will try to. Oh dear, yeah, let's do this. It will then try to hit you again, but with its tail. Unfortunately, it critically missed, but I have villain points.
Why did I ever do
And I
you?
will reroll them. And still miss.
And you still missed.
Woo!
And I'll still try to hit you one last time.
No!
And it missed again. So you're okay.
Yes, yes.
You got
He's
that.
a
You got that
slippery
rubber
boy.
logic again.
Yes,
You got that rubber logic look.
A little slippery lad.
Oh.
Tellem,
Yes.
as you are being dragged away, you also notice a similar light. And as the similar light begins to come closer, it begins to circle around you as if it's curious, and then it pops out. It tries to brush its tail against you, mostly just trying to be, a lot more. Oh, sorry, let me press this here. It tries to whack its tail against you, Tellem. Let me see here. Sorry. Because I have to play all the music, apparently the RAM doesn't like me. It tries to whap you. It hits you, rolling a 19 on the die for a 25. In which it will deal 7 points of damage to you. You see it'll slither around again. It'll try to tap you one more time. You're seeing as this thing kind of circles around you, it's crackling. And you see it just pulsating like lightning bolts kind of travel in through the water. It's going to try to strike you again, but it fails. And that'll be the end of its turn. Tellem, it's your go.
It's trying to steal my prize. Am I being okay? No, Salty said that she Heart is not grappling me, right?
No, I'm not grappling
just like
you. I'm
it's
Just being
dragging you.
dragged. Just being dragged.
Okay.
And good luck
Um,
getting out of it, you -5 to athletic checks against living creatures.
Now see here. No.
I'm perceiving. I'm seeing.
I'll show you a -5 against living creatures. I'm
You're
gonna.
VTubers.
If I were a ghost, you could have whooped my ass, but that's not the case.
I yearn for the day where I get to grapple another ghost. That's gonna be so good. Anyways, as this thing brushes up against a wealth-addled Tellem, he's going to be under the impression that it's trying to take his prize because dumb animals see shiny things and they want them for themselves. But no, this is mine. This is mine.
Yeah,
This is
dumb
my
animals want
prize.
that? You dumb animals? Is that what you're saying?
Let's see, I'm a gentleman merchant. All right.
Yeah, you turned into fucking Gollum, okay?
Stinky's adventures.
Protect the precious. Pulls up shield blocks. Can't.
I will. Tellem will use his sword and will use a spell strike using Gouging Claw to lash out at this for 2 actions. And so let me go ahead and target it. I have targeted. I am going to. Oh, there we go. I had that on my hotbar. I don't know why I did that. I'm going to.
So when you put on your hotbar, when it has that, it'll just show up on the chassis. You have all your options, like your multi-attack penalty and stuff. So
Okay.
That's what it does.
And so I will roll to strike it as part of my spell strike. And I will roll a 25 in total.
That'll hit it.
And so I will then roll my regular damage, which is I rolled a 4 plus a 3, gives me a total of 7. Now, as part of my spell strike, because I'm a magus, I use the spell that I cast, and I essentially count as having hit with that spell, which was Gouging Claw, which means I get to roll damage for that as well. And that was a total of an extra 4 damage for 11 total slashing damage against this creature.
Awesome. All right, applying the damage. Do a massive blow to this thing. You see it flinch and his mouth kind of clatters and it, insultingly sparks energy or sparks electricity at you as it slithers around.
And then I will use my final action because, what is it? Spell Strike is a 2, it uses 2 action.
Mm-hmm.
I'll use my final action to enter into Arcane Cascade.
Awesome. That's the beginning and end of your turn. Beetle, things happening.
Beetle, in a panic, pulls out his hat of disguise and sticks it on his horn. And can I use it to? Can I use it to just go horizontal and start wiggling and look like an electric eel? And can the hat please take the shape of a little bow on my head?
Maybe with a narrative declaration, this is segmented.
Let's see. Currently, the concept appears as another creature, the same body shape. So no.
Damn it! Shit!
Just can't press the arms and legs close enough to the body.
Yeah, you can't
it.
be a noodle.
Damn it! Okay.
Can't believe
Okay.
Froggy is trying to step in on my brand of being a noodle.
All right then. I did not have any weaponry out at all, so I'm gonna have to draw my finely crafted short sword.
Oh my
And then I'm gonna
Short
devise a
sword.
stratagem. You know, I'm gonna target lock, seek strike, stop, untarget heart, untarget heart, untarget heart. It's not working.
Strike hard,
Then
kill hard.
Then weakness.
If you're having
can't-
trouble,
let me-
you can right click Hearts token, I think, and then click the
I
target
think
symbol.
I'm
button.
gonna refresh the browser because I think it's bugged.
Yeah, it's just having a little bit of struggle. It's okay.
It won't let me click it, like left click it or right click it.
We're
or
asking
anything.
a lot of Foundry
There we
right
go.
now,
Okay, there we go. Now I've got the eel targeted. Okay, and now I'd like to. Sorry, I gotta open my sheet all over again. Get open. Give me this. There we
so.
go.
Open sesame.
Open sesame. My stratagem, strike, roll. That is a
Hey!
natural 20.
Yay!
Woo! So Beetle sees that is definitely gonna do something good, and he takes the swing for 17.
Did you click the crit damage button?
Oh, I'm stupid as frick! Ignore that! Men in Black flashlight. 18 damage!
And yeah, you devise a stratagem. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll make sure you do your thing. All right, you do 18 points of damage to it. You basically just go right into it.
Woo!
And you see that you
Woo!
instantly kill it. Your weapon basically just the short sword just right into its mouth. You see, and you see it just kind of fizzle out and begins to float in the water.
Oh, that was a much better idea than the hat. I'm gonna grab the eel and I'm gonna tuck it into my waist where the where the chain is
Okay.
tied. I'm taking its corpse and I'm stuffing it in there.
Oh my lord.
All right, you grab it.
This is gonna be good eating.
This is gonna be delicious.
Eel jerky. It's what's good.
All right, I want to say that you spend an action to stab at it, take it,
Yeah,
put in your stuff.
Yeah, that's my
Hart,
turn. That's
it's
my
your
turn.
go.
I'm pulling away, Tellem. How far can I just move, like in general, and Tellem will follow? Is that how we count this, or do I need
Yeah,
to continue
I'll
to
allow,
stand
if you're still pulling Tellem along, I'll allow you just to pull Tellem with you. But for this one, I'm gonna need you to do action economy stuff with me.
Of course,
So,
of course, of course,
You're still difficult terrain, stuff like that. So take your action to move.
of course.
I can't believe I can't believe I finally got put on the child leash.
I can.
Yeah, basically, to help you out, you just move 2 squares for each of your movement to kind of help you math-wise.
1, 2, 1. Wait, so did I? 1, 2. Okay, cool.
Math coming
So-
out of Hart's head.
Yeah.
Soren,
Yes.
since you have allowed me to just move with Tellem, I am going to move 4 times. Some people at home might go, wait, how the heck can you move 4 times? This is Pathfinder. You have 3 actions. It takes 1 action to move. When you are a monk, your playstyle is cheating.
What?
I will cast the spell Key Rush, which allows
Just over there is like, you can't have my.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just
So,
gets yanked.
so I will move 4 times total.
Holy shit.
So yes, Soren. I take it that let's see here. Da-da. 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 Yeah, so with 10 movement for each one, that would be I could move 40 feet total in that case, since I can only move 10 for each movement that I take, correct?
Yes, if you're walking.
Yes.
Now
I'm
would be
going
a good
here.
time
Remember-
to ask how many feet long is the chain? Sorry to interrupt.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
30?
Is it
30.
30?
I thought it was 30.
Yeah, it's 30.
Okay.
So,
I'm
couple
going there.
things.
Yes.
Couple things.
Yes.
I've established at the start of the room that where Tellem stepped in was a lot deeper, and the room has been
It
flooded.
is. It sure is.
So you'll have to be swimming across some of
Heck
that.
yes.
Oh no.
How much
you
would
were
you
doing
reduce
that-
my movement in that case?
As I'll say you're both able to get through after you roll me a reflex save, because there's some certain things about this room which are fun.
Ooh, nice, Soren. Nice.
So
Let me-
Tellem and
Yes.
Hart, roll me a reflex save, please.
Uh-oh.
I roll a 7 for a total of 13.
Oh, there's the button.
Interesting.
Wait, there's the
Reflex left side of the
okay,
character
there it
sheet.
goes. Okay, no, I
There.
I got it. No, I
Hey.
got my Twitch window confused with the gameplay window.
Clicking and dragging the
Alright, so
stream,
I
just
gotta-
pausing
Oh.
it.
Oh.
That is a
That's
one.
natural one.
Hey,
That is
hey,
a
Tellem.
natural one.
Oh
Tellem, you
my
wanna?
gosh.
Oh wait, no, you can't. It's your player. Never
Can't
mind.
hear a point
Yeah.
natural ones.
That's right. That's right. Hey, I'm shit
Let
sucks,
me
bro.
see. Let me
Cinematic
see.
nat ones are pretty cool though.
This is, oh god, what a fricked up
Tellem
day!
clutches to his sword in his bag, and it's just like nobody will take away my profits. Finally,
All right.
finally.
I'm going to use this one from our Patreon member, Sith Tribble, I think, who's currently watching. Thank you so much for the Sith. I'm going to use this one called Who Put That There? On a failed reflex save, the target steps on a rake, smacking them in the face for a point of damage.
Are you saying that a jetsam rake just flows out through the fucking tube?
And it's not even a
into
rake,
Tellem?
it's like a rib cage with on some bones.
No.
That's right.
I like
Like
this
a
better.
rib
I
cage.
like this better. I like the fact that it's a ghost touch rake.
So,
That's true.
so
Yeah,
what happens
there, nice.
is that main reason I'm going to be moving some of you together
Please do.
is that something major happens here.
Cool.
I'm taking that ghost touch rake.
I need Beetle and Gray to roll me a reflex save as this room takes a interesting turn.
I rolled a 15 total.
I rolled an 18
Interesting.
total. Woo!
Interesting. Okay.
Is this-
Okay. Give me
Okay.
a moment.
All right. I'm about to take a guess at something. Zoran, is this room about to become a giant toilet bowl?
Oh,
Yes, as you all begin to see as Hart runs
Is it-
across and as Tellem is being dragged, Tellem, you may have possibly trying to turn around to resist being pulled or something as a rake goes and basically hits you. But with the Hart and you crossing over and stepping on some of the debris that has been holding the water from completely draining from the room, now finally dislodges after that one rake. And so the entire room swashes down, pulling everybody underneath. And because the Beetle and Gray's reflex save, you guys do not suffer any damage from this. But as you guys basically fall through, you find yourselves, you're getting brought in through like this kind of cavernous tunnel. You notice yourself as you got to come through where a lot
Does
of water
anybody
has been
else-
being filled up. You can look below the map as you begin to find yourself bursting forth out into the room you saw previously. And you burst.
Feeling a bit flush.
If you guys could kind of like move around like one square if you don't mind, just to get you guys aligned on the grid.
One single question.
Yes.
Are we going to magically assume that that Gray's torch is still unsnuffed?
My torch!
It's not lit anymore.
Nice!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Total
my
darkness.
Well, it's off. I
Baby.
clicked it off.
You right-click your token, top left, with a little torch icon.
Yeah, I clicked it off.
Here, I'll turn it off for you. There you go. And
Everything
Beetles
was
is out.
suddenly
There you go.
bad.
There you go. Now it's off.
Uh,
Unfortunately, this
Yeah.
also puts you guys in a bit of a predicament because one of the eels are also here.
No! We just hear just a
pointed-
sploosh.
I pointedly say, and sorry, Chad, I have not been showing you the initiative order. I am a terrible human being. My bad. It's a lot to manage. All right, I'm running a stream and a thing at the same time.
I can't believe
It's a
Zoran
lot.
commits war crimes.
But another one is also around that you see has also joined the fray and is
No.
also up here. So, Hart, I think that'll be the end of your turn.
yeah.
Unless, actually, you moved all your movement, right?
Yeah.
Here, because I did interrupt you and your reflex save as you went through, I'll grant you one action so you can move around, and do something.
Okay. When everything like that, we're just falling down and everything. Since it's super dark, all I really want to do, but I don't have a narrative declaration. Fuck, I don't have a hero point for it. Otherwise, I would literally state that I wish to become a flare for one round.
Like, what about
But,
hero points?
What?
May I gift a hero point for such a thing?
No.
Dang! Shit sucks, sorry.
I will just shout. Heart will dip up above the waters and shout, "Group call! Anyone who's alive!" And then he pulls like Tellem above the water surface.
Liam
Bah!
he just sulks. He's just like, "Oh, I'm not included."
Jeez, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to.
It's okay. It happens.
So, because there's no light in this room, those of you who are able to see, you'll have a better time than some of the other ones. Hart, you see pulsing light inside of the water. You see these things are not doing anything. You are all currently swimming right now.
Yeah.
You see this thing, the light will float up to you. You see electric energy will begin to spark at you. Rolling 25 to hit you, but only dealing 3 points of damage, but you feel this painful spark that hits you. Just it tries to electrocute you one more time, but only rolls a 7 and misses. Gray, you're swimming, things are bad. All gone downhill.
Everything is bad. We've been literally flushed down the toilet. We basically had the animation of a WoW raid boss. Gray swims towards the Heart's yelling, and she's just going, ah! Echolocation!
Yeah, Heart keeps talking until people arrive and say anything.
Yeah, she's swimming on up. She's like, she saw that little spark in the distance, so she's heading on over.
Bite.
I can't see it. I have low light vision. I don't have dark vision.
Well, Zoran did say
blind as hell.
that they are glowing.
That is
flicker.
no. Thank you for pointing that out. I will allow you to, with your low light vision, to use that to your advantage.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I will absolutely declare this my my hunted prey. This lad right here. This one
Okay.
right there that I'm targeting. I don't think I can hit it. Like I've never done water combat.
It's just normal.
All right, let's give it a. You know what? I'm gonna dive down. I'm gonna try and bite it.
Yeah, bite it.
All
I'm gonna
right.
try and bite it.
Yeah,
The
bite it.
freshest of sushi.
Yeah.
That's
I
a two.
rolled
Street
a
food.
10. Aw, I missed.
You have 2 hero points.
I do. Let's give that a re-roll. I hit it for a 16.
Woo!
Yeah, there you go. What was the damage?
Damage roll 14.
You go, and you take a huge chunk out of it.
Sushi.
Sewer
All right, I think that's
sushi.
all 3 of your
Blech.
turns.
The sushi.
And one of them
Oh no.
will slide over to you, Gray. And
Oh,
it will
no.
try to electrocute you with its tail. Rolling terribly, but I do have venom points. And I will spend one to reroll. Hitting you. Where? Hitting you for 6 points of damage. It will try to hit you one more time with its tail. I saw that natural 20. I'm so mad. and then our dice rolled off.
It would be so, but you have a hero, you have a villain
Oh,
point.
I'll save it
turn.
for later.
Okay.
I'll get 2.
Grace
so
hair
that
is
people
now
can
like
give me
super
one.
just-
The villain
Gray's mane is just boom. It's just all
Yeah.
staticky.
Tellem, it is your go.
Yes. I don't have low light vision or dark vision or anything. I can't see Jack.
But you can see shiny.
Can I? Because
You
like
do,
Zoran
you
is
do see it. Yeah, so on how we'll do this for darkness stuff. I've actually kept trying to like double check the rules for not being able to see very well for sight. I can't quite find it off the top of my head, but if I remember
doesn't
right,
it
basically
count-
you try
doesn't
to
it count as
hit.
them having full concealment.
Yes. So let me
Okay.
let me do concealment. That'll help me out. Basically, is you try to hit it, and then we got to roll a DC flat check to see if you hit it or not.
Okay, that's not terrible.
That's
In that
how
ca-
we'll do it. They're glowing, so it's a lot easier. But you know, exactly there, it's hard. So
If they are
That's how we'll do it.
concealed, they Tellem needs to roll a flat DC 5.
Yeah, that's
or
what
else
we
he
said.
can't. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So should I go ahead and roll that d20? Because I'm the one that's
I'll get you.
above heart. I'm going to. Okay.
You're good.
Appreciate it.
I rolled a 20 for you.
That's right, get those colors out, Zoran. Get them out now in my favor. And I will go ahead and use my regular attack with my sword. And that is a +7 to attack for a total of 13, which is a miss. Swing and a miss. Swing
Unfortunate.
and then a miss again. I will attack it a second time and hope for a much better roll as my second action. And no, I rolled a 4 for a
You
total
do
of
have a hero point.
6.
Yeah, you do have 2
Yeah,
of them.
yeah, I should have used it on the first one.
I'll allow you to roll it on the first one. I'll be generous.
I appreciate that. In that case, I will re-roll that one. Re-roll and keep the new result, which is
I'll do it.
21 in total on that first attack.
That might kill it.
It might. It might. And so I
some
will
damage.
then damage it. I currently have Arcane Cascade up, which gives me +1 extra slashing damage. I rolled a what is it? Wait, what did I roll? I forget. Oh, I got a
Regardless,
total of 9.
You got a total of 9. It was +1 Arcane Cascade, +3 Strength, all that. But you
Okay.
kill it. How do you kill it?
As Tellem will lash out with his sword, with his asp coil, but it will currently be like pulled together like a regular sword, and
Yeah.
he will actually drive the sword through the water like an arcing shark's fin and just bisect this as it just begins to float away in 2 separate pieces with dying
Nice.
sparks.
Dude,
And
What's
then
our
I will
last
use-
action?
My
Did he
last action
invent
will be
sushi?
to my last action will be to tuck the bag under my arm and
God
draw my
damn it.
shield in close, counting as raising it.
Awesome. Raise your shield. Beetle, it's your turn.
Sorry, Beetle knows exactly what he needs to do. He grabs both sides of this eel and he shoves them in his chain waistband. So now he's just got 2 dead eels shoved into his waistband. I'd like to continue to doggy paddle over here, remembering the campsite that we saw.
And what you see is that the water is high enough for you to safely get on top of it now.
Oh, yes!
My
Okay,
God,
so-
it was a Resident Evil puzzle the entire time.
Beetle's gonna climb up there, and I don't know if that's all 3 of my actions or if I have one
Yeah,
left.
so you moved, you interacted to take the stuff into your,
Yeah,
into your
and I
waistband,
moved
and then you
again.
moved again.
You're right.
That'll
So
be
that's the
all
end of my turn.
All right, Heart.
Hey, Soren.
Yes.
So there is one cool little thing that an individual can do. It's very dark in here, but I wish to perform the search action, which is that I seek. So I wish to seek for a similar glowing action. So I wish to seek for that little creature that is in the water nearby, if I can spot the glimmer in the darkness. So I wish to perform the seek action, please.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah. So I roll a perception check against its stealth DC. Oh no, an eel might be really freaking good at that. But hey,
Yeah.
I'll do that anyway. Wow.
I can't believe the eel had levels in Rogue.
I rolled a 16 for a total of 21.
You see it just fine.
Heck yeah. That thing right there, I'm gonna swim over to it.
Are you
Kick
gonna,
its ass.
you gonna punch it?
Yeah, put its butt in its
Split
mouth.
splash.
Hey, Soren.
Yeah.
How do you kill the eel? I make it eat its own ass.
I'm gonna try to make this eel's head have a permanent meeting with its column.
Nice!
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna smack the heck out of this dude.
Yeah! Oh no,
why- Why do Monk do this? Why do they give you 2 fist attacks? I don't like this.
Because they
JoJo
can.
memes.
Yeah. I will hit this guy with a flurry of blows. So here we go. I will lay out my fist right here.
Yeah, lay out that fist.
Yeah, boy,
I
you
thought you
know.
were gonna lay out the eel.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing with my fist.
Oh,
I don't want to say it. I'm not saying it.
Oh no, I tried to strike Tellem with that one.
ladies.
Yeah, regardless, you would miss.
Yes, I would miss on the first attack, and on my second attack, wow, that's a miss as well.
that missed.
No!
That is my
And
turn.
then I punched.
Gray.
And then I punched and I missed.
Gray's gonna turn herself around now that the one eel's gone and tucked into Beetle's pants. She's gonna whip around and she's going to target this lad. This is now her hunted prey, and she's going to dive down and once again bite. Because it is now all Grandma knows. All she knows is bite and feral.
Yeah. You want to mark it as your target?
Yes.
100 smart. And would you like to re-roll that 10 with the hero point?
I absolutely would.
Awesome.
Have
One
you
action
guys
to mark.
tried-
And it hits. I rolled a 20
Awesome.
in total.
Roll me some
Heck
damage.
yeah.
I have a question, man. Do you know paddle?
I hate you. I did 10 damage.
Oh!
Eat it.
How do you kill it?
Gonna call on back to our first session where she just grabs onto it and she just back and forth.
Absolutely, just. I'm gonna bite it.
And
I'm
she
gonna
just-
shake it to
she-
death until it
she-
stops moving.
She lifts her head and she throws it up against the wall and just zooms past Beetle's head and just flap, wet smack.
Oh, nice! Beetle squatted over the fire with his flint and steel, just like smacking them together. The eel goes flying over his head. He's like, oh, he drops the flint and steel and goes to pick it up and stuff it in his chain belt.
So this must look really freaking cool for Heart, since it's the only light source is
Yeah.
the eel itself, as it gets throttled around by Gray as this is happening. So he starts stroking his chin like, that's how you fight things in the water. Why didn't I think of that? It's super hard to punch things in the water.
With that
no.
combat.
Fighting
He's having
good.
a moment. He's having a brain blast.
So with that, combat has now ended. All of you
Oh.
are kind of floating onto the surface of the water. It has risen up enough to where you can get to either side just fine. And you see Beetle standing there near the little campsite area.
Yeah,
Hey,
Beetle's
is
gonna
there-
come back and he's gonna light this fire for them.
Yeah, you see that the timber on it is very hard to kind of light back up. It's not fresh wood.
Ah,
But,
fuck! Takes out his sopping wet torch, throws it down on the ground, takes out the sopping wet map, throws it down on the ground, keeps smacking the flint and steel over the wet paper. Come on, come on.
Gray's going to paddle on over and she's going to pull herself out
There
of the
you
water.
go.
She's gonna lay there, just flopped on the ground, just.
Hey, good job with the fire, Beetle. Heart drags Tellem up.
Tellem just like just
area.
raises up out of the water like the specter of a drowned sailor, clutching the
Yeah.
bag. He sets it down,
He's
and
not
he's just
act-
like he looks around. He's just like, "Ah, I suppose we should be more careful exploring
Yeah.
the depths of the sewers."
We?
You don't get to say anything.
Oh, you're so
And, like
astute!
he looks at everyone, and he's like, why am I suddenly the subject of hostility?
That bag. Like Gray's laying on the ground, she just lifts a drenched paw and she just jabs it accusingly. She's not even
Yeah.
looking at him, she's just jabbing it in his direction. She's like, that bag. You wanted that bag so bad, you almost got us all killed.
He looks at the bag. He's like, and it looks very valuable, but I don't think that is strange.
Tellem, tell me where we are. How did we
Oh.
get here? Do you remember any of it?
We're in the
When's your
sewers
birthday?
of the Pond Palaster. We're seeking ingredients.
Do you remember entering the room and seeing something?
Yes, and then it flooded, and we fought eels.
Yes.
Unbelievable!
I can't.
Unbelievable!
You wanted that bag so bad. You wanted us all to die for it.
No,
I mean,
no,
many people have died for a profit, but I mean, myself personally as well. That's not really
William.
something I would say that's me.
Tellem, all three of us saw you go into a trance. You almost got us killed.
The rigors of combat do strange things.
No. No. Do not try and dodge this.
Think about your actions. Think about them.
I've
fact,
already
I-
thought about my actions.
No,
It was
Tellem,
a simple accident.
Tellem, I'm not
Gra-
mad. I am just disappointed.
Yeah, and Grandma wants you to go sit on that broken chest and face the wall for a minute.
I have no idea what
You're on timeout.
what all of the hubbub is about.
You're
Perhaps
you're
we
on
should take some
timeout.
time to dry off, get a fire lit.
Hey, hey, Tellem. Hart hasn't said anything since he pulled him up onto the waters. He has just been looking down, and then he looks up at Tellem. Hart, when he's wet, you can start seeing lines where his muscle tissue is forming, and
Ew.
it's obvious that his his whole anatomy is not fully human. Every single joint point, you can see like where the muscle starts to meld into bone and all of that. So he looks up at Hart. Hart looks up at Tellem, slightly steaming from the water that is evaporating from him. I don't blame you for anything. But don't try to, blame it on something else.
If I was going to try and blame something on something else, I would be probably much more eloquent about it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. Just, please, face the consequences sometime. Right?
I think
Cool.
I have faced more dire consequences than most.
Yeah.
Good, then this time it shouldn't
Sure.
be too much harder.
Sure, buddy. Sure.
And see, this is why you never do business with the living.
What?
So unreasonable.
Hey,
So
whoa!
short-sighted.
You whoa! You discriminate against us because we haven't died yet? That's fucked up, man. Fucked up. Hey, speaking of treasure and consequences, look at this bag. Beetle's gonna go over here and start opening the backpack.
So as you look through it, and also, so I'm gonna now distribute loot for the sake of time and stuff because we're over time here.
Heck yeah.
Then so Beetle, as you begin to search around and such, you see that within the backpack, the things and stuff, and inside the tent, you find a corpse. You see the corpse has not been dead for a while. It's nearly recent. You'll probably say like several months. It stinks horribly, but you see there's a halfling who was seemingly enjoying his last ration before he was stranded here. You could surmise from the location. But you see what you get is a rope, a bedroll, a minor healing potion, or a couple of them rather, some rations. Of course, the backpack you see here, and inside of the backpack you see a note that is kind of like tied into like this big ball of like kind of like cloth and paper, and you say it's like, to my dearly beloved. And as you open up the piece of the package, it is a large green emerald. Like, it is way bigger than the other emerald you guys had. Like, it is beautiful looking. And I'll add that to the thing along inside of the backpack. 4 gold, 12 silver pieces, and 36 copper, which what I'll do is that I will distribute that to everybody.
When Beetle reads the note and finds the emerald, he's going to try and specifically keep Tellem from seeing it. And he's gonna he looks like he's a little fucked up by this. He feels real fucking bad. He doesn't feel great. And he starts looking around frantically for like any sign of who this halfling's quote beloved unquote might be. Like if there's anything in their clothes, anything like a pendant, a locket, anything on the note, anything at all. Dear God, anything.
We will get to that.
Okay.
We finish Talim's loot. But Tellem, as you look inside your bag, which I'm going to put all this in your inventory.
Okay.
The bag that you have is a Ever Need pack. An Ever Need pack is a special bag. I'll read its description. Constructed of green material and decorated with white glyph. Open. It's not our lore stuff. Basically, it's adorned with the stuff from your area. And there's more small pockets lining inside this pack. The pack is enchanted so that each pocket contains common, mundane gear. Each item worth no more than 1 gold, such as chalk, flint and steel, string, etc. It doesn't contain any armor, shields, weapons, or items made of any kind of precious metal. But you have to keep track of the exact value of the gear you retrieve for the pack, and the pack empties after 8 gold worth of items of your choice are removed, after which it becomes a mundane backpack.
Oh.
Along with that, you'll have a ever-burning torch, which was also just kind of stashed in there. Some rope, and you find 4 gold, 12 silver, and 2 copper pieces. Do you want to share it with the party or keep it for yourself?
I mean, when we pull out the gold, and it'll just be like, 4 gold, perfect, 1 for each.
You'll only give 1 gold to each person?
I'll keep the change.
Okay. So what I'll do here. Yeah, everyone else add 1 gold to your inventory, and you add 1 gold, 12 silver, and 2 copper to yourself to leave.
You keep my share.
And I put the general campsite loot into the party loot, so you guys can pick it along that how you want. But Beetle, roll me a perception check.
Okay. Oh, it's a 13.
Unfortunately, the note that you would find that would have
You do
any
have a hero
evidence. You do.
What? Was that hurt?
You have 1 hero point you can use.
Oh, I want to use it. I want to use it.
Yeah, pretty important.
I need to use it. This is important. He's in love. This is important.
So you made it worse with a roll 2, so it's a 10.
It's a 10.
Unfortunately, the note that you find is a bit too deteriorated to really get a lot of information out of. You will surmise from the note to where it's like our 10th anniversary is coming up soon.
No!
And further on, like, I'm so happy to finally help provide for your family who's been such dire. With all the love of the Pantheon. Your loving husband, and it ends.
So, Soren, I don't have a narrative declaration. But can it be ruined by water?
Oh yeah, it's ruined by a bunch. It's just shredded, soggy, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That's what you read from it.
Yeah. Good. I want us to be the reason why this can't be read.
And with that, as you all sit there at the campfire, trying to dry yourselves off to go right back into the water and get wet again, that is where we're going to end. And that's the episode. Hooray!
That was great.
Look at it this way. At the end of the day, we made a profit.
No!
I'm going to throttle you. I'm going to throttle you. In Minecraft.
Did you guys have a good time? Was everything good?
Oh, this was an excellent time.
Chat, I hope you had a wonderful time. I had a wonderful time with everyone here. Thank you so much, Party Demon S or Minerva, so much for coming here and playing as Gray. You did wonderful. Thank you, Kabhaal, for playing as Tellem. Thank you,
Always my
Froggyloch, for
pleasure,
playing
buddy.
as Beetle. Thank you, SaltyJub, for playing as Heart. And thank you, chat, for supporting us. And thank you, all of you who watch us on YouTube and listen to the podcast version. Whatever the hell, I can get that figured out. Podcast hosting currently is a suffering right now, but I have been your host and game master, ZoranTheBear. Please visit narrativedeclaration.com for our show schedule and stuff to see when we're going to be live next with more Pathfinder Second Edition goodness and more stories in the land of time. So with that, everyone, have an absolutely wonderful day. We will see you next time. So long.
Bye.
Farewell.
Have a good night.
We'll see you again next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.